Hey there! I'm Cyberchroma and welcome to the stream. And also, what the heck? I got a follower before I actually went live properly. Have Aches? Maybe if that's your name? Thank you, whoever you are, if you're still here. I don't know if you are. I don't know what happened there, but thank you. I really appreciate it. That puts us up to 33 when this updates. It takes a few minutes to update, but that was okay. It'll update when it feels like it. But yeah, okay. Well, if you're still here, then thank you. I really, really appreciate that. That is really awesome. This is not the stream that I expect to get much views or followers. Mainly just some mainstays of people who regularly drop by, maybe dropping by for this one. But anyway, so let me okay, I'm only at one viewer that is like myself right now, so that's fine, but I'll talk as if there are other people here because these VODs will get saved. So, as the stream title might suggest, I'm not doing coding today as I normally would be doing. In fact, technically this is my first stream under the just chatting section because this is not coding stuff. I just have a school project I need to do. I'm going to be doing programming stuff, getting back to my game. Actually, you know, I'm going to open this game just in case anyone drops by and is curious of it. I can quickly hop on over to show that off, but we're not going to be working on that just yet. Maybe not even at all today. We'll see. We'll play around with it. But yeah, I have an English essay I need to write for Sunday night, and I would like to get that done sooner than later. And yeah, so then we'll be getting back to working on our AI tag, extreme tag game thing. We're getting close to having our test level done for that, and then I'll be polishing the heck out of it. And we'll see how many times I can continue to get scared throughout the process. Because we now have 3 separate clips of me getting jump scared by my own AI in this game, and there's sure to be more to come. And there's also many, I know there's times that didn't get turned into clips, but yeah, so we have that. Yeah, so that's that. So I guess we're just gonna get started with this. Well, I want to also wait before I get too far into this. I want to just see, crossing my fingers of. This work? Okay, it hasn't been sent out yet. I'm trying to set up a thing. I'm trying to, very unsuccessfully over the last few streams, actually the last like week or 2 weeks, of setting up a thing to send out notification to my Discord of when I go live. And so far, it keeps not working. And I believe that's mostly because of the JSON file I'm passing to it having errors with it. So I minimized it like as much as possible, like the most bare bones JSON file I can have, I think, and we'll see if that works. This tends to take a few minutes before it actually sends out the notification, or tries to anyway. So we'll keep that over there and see if I actually have a thing show up here. We'll see momentarily, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's that with Discord. As well. I don't know, do I have any other announcement-y things to make? So, okay, I'm stalling while I'm waiting for this to load up. Okay. I guess actually I will just, because this is cool, I want to show off this a little bit, and then we'll get back to what I actually need to do. I need to do this schoolwork so we can get back to the actual stuff of what we want to do. So, this looks all crazy complicated, and that's because it is, simply put. We also got all the lines set up. Without any context, this looks so cool with how complicated it is. This is our really complicated pathfinding system that I don't even know if we really got to fully test out if it was working. I think it is. Actually, the red lines we didn't really get to test too much, but let's do a little bit of that. Okay, so the AI is going off and what's he doing? Wait, I have there's a variable on him that I think I didn't. Yeah, this is supposed to be a lot higher. This is supposed to be at 100. Okay, that's one thing of why he's turning weirdly, but yeah. So he should be. This is assuming I've set up more of these things correctly. Where's he trying to go? So he's trying to. Oh, to some degree, he's turned around a lot. That's cool looking. What is he doing? He's going somewhere. I have So he has like a path. Oh, where'd he go? Oh god, where'd he go? He has a path of where he wants to try and go, and then like his like where would be the best place to go that is like the furthest from the player, and he has. Sometimes he randomizes that and just goes to a random other place, and I think I might have that too high right now, and that's why he keeps turning around so suddenly. Yeah, there's specifically, I know there's a waypoint like halfway up that ramp that makes him decide to jump off. And I think he's, I don't know why he's picking that like more than he should be. Also, right now, I'm like, we haven't set up the waypoint stuff at like the very top of the map. So I'm in a place where he doesn't recognize exists. So that's going to definitely be kind of messing with his AI a little bit. I did want to test, let's see, we dive bomb. Ah! There, I tagged him, and now he's going to be chasing me in a moment. Here he comes. And right now, he's almost, so he's kind of, he seems to be a little bad with oh god, no, okay, so funny enough, this is flipped from how it started. When I was first making this, he was like so perfect at running away, and he was really hard, it was really hard to catch him, but then him chasing the AI was a little bit, yeah. But now it's kind of flipped, where he's not, he struggles a little bit with running away. Like his randomness is kind of making him not run away so good. But he chases the player very well now. So that's interesting how that is. So let me test something here. There's this area in the map over here that should be really hard for him to get to. And there he gets there perfectly! Oh, that's cool. Okay, oh, and he tagged me, and I get stunned for a second. I would like to have that when you get stunned, it maybe like actually turn to face him, but stuff like that. There's all this endless polishing that we'll be doing, but I need to go look more into his. There's definitely, it's something with his there's some stuff about his AI that is a little messed up. I don't know where he is right now, and that scared me. Have I gotten over being scared by my own AI? I'd like to hope so, but I know he's gonna like... As long as if I'm high up and I can, oh god, look down at him. Oh, there he is. I saw him. Is he around here somewhere? There he is. I saw you. He literally just almost ran into me in trying to run away. There, he literally just ran into me in trying to run away. So that's like a little bit of a problem. I need to, that's definitely a lot of things that can get fine-tuned, but, and I think part of that, let me try cranking up his difficulty level to like 100, which should, it's influencing his randomness, and it's, yeah, actually, I think, yeah, this should make him smarter at running away. Let me tag him. Oh wait, sorry, he's, no, I want you to tag me, I want to chase you now and see how well you run away now. Now he shouldn't, he has a 1 in 100 chance, technically it's 1 in 101 chance of every few seconds of him randomizing his path and just going somewhere completely different than where he's, than what is actually like the furthest from the player. Every time he's suddenly turning around like that is a time when his random path thing is deciding, hey, go somewhere random instead. So actually even, let me purposely make this like really high, so he's basically never gonna be random now. Just to test out just that. So that now he should be very random, or not random. Oh, interesting. He should be very not random is what I mean, in terms of his movement. I need to make more slopes. He regularly go, actually, well, no, that'll be kind of fixed when I make more map. But in terms of him deciding to go up to like higher floors, this should be a slope he should be able to go up. Actually, is it? I forget if I've connected that to the rest of the level. But like, that slope over there is like a very commonly gone to place. Oops, oh, I fell. Okay. I would also like a mini map to know where he is. I did experiment with having a thing that I think is kind of cool conceptually, but not something I actually want. is having a doing this that I think looks cool, but probably not like it's probably not practical. If I go like, yeah, basically now I can see his view and mine, and I think this, yeah, it looks cool, but again, it's not probably not something I'd have in the actual game thing. So now I always know where he is. And this is even cooler when he's chasing me, and then I can see like me like right behind in his vision. I think is kind of cool. Oh, he's going somewhere. And I can dive bomb you. Ah, dun 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 dun. Dun. Oh, he's running. Booyah, gotcha. And then now he's gonna be chasing me. But he chases so, like, perfectly that it's scary. Here he comes. Oh. Shoot. Wait, can he not make that gap? So, there's also some problems with some of the gaps that he can't quite make. But I can tweak things, and hopefully, eventually, he will be able to. He can't... Wait. He went for a full jump there. Why did he not make that? Or, I don't know if he did. Okay, hold on. I will get back to my game thing. I'm gonna do that eventually. Let me just, or my essay thing, the schoolwork I'm supposed to do, that I wanted to be doing at the beginning of the stream. I'm gonna get to that eventually. I just wanted to see. He's touching that and deciding to do a full jump. So why is he not? I mean, yeah, this is a large gap. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I moved this and I didn't. I'm going to move this back after I go to edit mode. Let me just try this. Having that be more near the edge, he should make this now. Which one are you? Oh, top screen. This is a temporary thing, as I'm like, oh, he's not making the jump. On the top screen, I thought this looked cool of like having the AI have his own like split screen thing. For now, I'm not gonna have this in like an actual build. I just think this looks kind of cool as a temporary thing. Okay, he's not making that jump. Why? He is. Oh, I think I know what I need. Let me play around with a thing. Also, hello, yeah. One Gaming, welcome back. Why is this should have updated by now? I think, maybe. Did I refresh you or something? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah. Also, yeah. Look, this is yeah, coming along really well. In terms of the chasing and chasing me and me chasing him. There's definitely some like kind of quirks. Right now, I'm specifically trying to find this. Here, let me modify this kind of how I did it in another section of the map, where I more so make it like, whoops, not like that. I make it like this and do like, by having this jump trigger like this, he should actually turn it a little bit more to kind of face there. He should make this gap better now, based on my understanding of how I've built my own AI in the jumping. On the very edge. Let's see if he consistently makes this jump. He's trying to chase me, and I'm in a spot where he has to like jump across here to get to, so now I'm trying to see if he will jump. I'm going to have to redo that after I go out of the editor, but no. That's not too high of a jump to make, is it? I can make this jump. It's a very like pixel perfect jump, yeah, but if I can make it, he theoretically should be able to. So why can't he? Jump time, I increase that. May I jump again time 0.1. Maybe okay, I'm not gonna, before I move on, yeah, I want to make, let me put this a little bit out, because that might also work. Okay, there we go. And there you take me. Okay, interesting. So let me go and the reason this works is because this is if he hits that. Wish my AI was as smart as yours. Well, my AI can be quite stupid sometimes, and it's all dependent on a lot of like this stuff I have to manually set up all around the map for him to work as he should. But no, it is really cool how he's turned out so far. And it'll be even cooler once it's more polished, when it has like, you know, an actual human-y looking person and animations and a better looking map and all that sort of stuff. But also, the reason why this is a jump trigger. This is a thing of, he follows a path trying to go, in this case, from, what is this, 64 to 55. And this being slightly off the edge means that, like, he's going to be running here, and when he'll still be on the platform when he's hit this, just with how wide he is. So that's why that works. But he can also still, it could be out a little further, and he'd still probably make that because he can exit. He can be like in the air, floating for like 0.25 seconds or something like that before he can't jump. So that's a thing. So I'm gonna copy this, go out of play mode, and then go here and like, paste, just paste. And this is going to replace, whoops, not that one. This one, I guess. Okay. My AI just walked towards me and shoot when close to me. Oh, I mean, I don't have, mine doesn't even shoot, so. Still good if yours is able to do that. What? Wait, this didn't copy the thing right. Oh, did I delete the wrong one? Well, okay, fine. I just redo the thing I was just doing. I forget what this was. It was like 90, 80, 100-ish, 110-ish, something like that. Okay. Now the actual times here, I think we're still fine. This probably should be a little thinner though. Yeah. Okay. These are all the jump triggers around the map. Bueno. Although, yeah, looking more at this, a lot of these jumps he'd be able to make better if I did actually put some of these further out. I probably should do that. One thing about this whole, making this whole test level is to learn these things, is to figure out these good sort of guidelines for when I build the real levels. And now one of them I'm learning kind of is that these jump triggers, before I was placing all these on the edge here, but in order to get the most out of his jumps, they almost should all be like off the platform just slightly. Maybe not like this much, but yeah. Actually, I'm just going to do that real quick with a lot of these, because that's actually going to make his jumping even more reliable. Because he is making a lot of these jumps most of the time, but there's the occasional time where he does fail a jump. This will make him make more jumps, simply put. So I'm just gonna, there's only like 30 I have to do. And then I'll get back to this English essay I have to write. It's not due till Sunday night, but I still gotta do it at some point. And ideally I should be able to write it in the time of this stream, ideally. So we'll see how that goes. And I do have some other schoolwork I might get the start on. Well, we'll see. This I should stop being lazy. I should be, I put one big thing here because I was too lazy to set up ones like how I had basically all the other jump triggers. I should set this up properly. What are you? Oh, this is sideways. I'm like, wait, why are you moving that way? No, that's good. That makes sense. So I do like this, except this should be what, like 1? Sure. I mean, even actually, these don't need to be so thin, so thick. So something like this, and as I said, the slightly off the platform seems to work slightly better. Do this, and then negative 45. Pia. Something like that. I'm thinking. Okay. Wish there was a way to give your AI a FOV, and when you move in his FOV, he try to find you, and if you hide, he can't automatically know where you're at. He has to look for you. I could have done that, but I feel like that is an interesting idea. That would potentially be a cool thing to do. But the only problem with that is that would make the game really trivial, I think. It would make the game too easy, because I think it would be, if the AI doesn't know where you are, I think it will be really hard for him to find you. And it doesn't take a lot of time. How you win is by just running away for 2.5 minutes, then you win. Like, being not it for 2.5 minutes before he is not it for 2.5 minutes. So if he really struggles to find you, that will make the game way too easy, I think. So that's the one thing I'd be worried about. I want the game to be... the best case scenario is that it would be almost 50-50 in terms of, like, give him a hearing range so his hearing can help him. That would require me to also really rework a lot of how the AI is set up right now. And also, I'm already having to do some rebalancing, and like the game is a bit. Hold on, I have to think on this. I just think that right now. Well, actually, okay, there are two things I kind of have to do. Like right now, I want the game to be pretty 50-50 in terms of like he'll search and find you, but the searching is I don't know. I'm not confident enough in my ability to make the searching good enough with how big the map is. If not you, not your game. What? No, oh no, or like Well, because right now I'm just saying something in general. I would be interested in doing that kind of stealth game type mechanics, but already right now, so his oh no, I didn't turn that down. Oops. His running away AI kind of got a little bit worse, so that's something I need to fix. So right now, chasing him and tagging him is a bit easier than I would like it to be, and then him chasing you is a little bit harder than I'd like it to be, I think. So actually no, the him chasing you is perfect. I should take that back. Him chasing you is pretty much like pretty well how I want it, but you chasing him, I need to make it. I sort of broke it a little bit in terms that it's a little bit easy to catch him. Mainly when he gets stuck like that, when he decides he wants to go somewhere and then like falls off places, that makes it harder. Oops. Oh wait, hold on. I changed the wrong value. Actually, I want to make this, let's say 80, and this difficulty. There's something really big right now, so he has like perfect AI, like 1,000. AI in FPS games are bad. Yeah, I mean, sometimes though, if you have like a whole bunch of enemies, you need to kind of make sacrifices a little bit for the sake of performance. Although the one nice thing is that we did some performance improving yesterday, and this guy is so much better now on, like, his pathfinding is so good on performance. Like, this guy is, yeah, really, really good on performance, because I basically do most of the path calculation stuff when the game first starts. Where are you going? Where do you think you're trying to go? Oh, no, okay, he's running in like a circle. I thought for a moment he was going to be endlessly running in said circle. Oh, where'd he go? Come back here, you. Yeah. I want to test something as well. I'm also still, experimenting with his, like, why is he running in a circle? Huh. I mean, right now I have him set to try and, I don't know where he's trying to go. Let me look at this real quick. He thinks he's trying to go towards point 51. Let's find 51. Tell me where that is. Here. He thinks he's trying to go there? Or... Oh, I moved those down. That won't affect anything with the waypoints, because the y-axis doesn't matter that much, but that is something I'd like to kind of fix. Hold on, let me... That's not the only place he's trying to go, right? If I stop moving now... Oh, does he keep falling off? Oh... He thinks he's trying to go to that 51, but he keeps falling. That's why he's going in a loop. Is he falling off somewhere? Let me see exactly what he's doing. That. Okay. I messed up something with this. Oh, this because this needs to be... I moved this, then I went out of play mode. It moved back. I forgot to move it. I need this to be more kind of at the edge. That's the only thing that makes that work. Okay. So this is one problem with the AI right now, is if he's trying to go somewhere and he keeps falling down, he's going to be stuck in that loop. Unless I make his difficulty level lower, and then he has this random chance all the time of, rather than going to this furthest place from the player, to go somewhere completely random. But if he decides to go somewhere random too often, he's just going to keep, like, turning around kind of more often than I'd like. So there's that. Hold on, let me fix up. One thing I wanted to fix up here was just... these waypoints, I wanted to just move up. Ooh. The y-axis of the waypoints doesn't matter as much as it might look. As long as it's like in the ballpark of where it needs to be, the connections matter more. But would like to make these more better. Because it's not that it doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter that much. Okay, let me see if If he can make that jump now. Because that's where he's going to... So that's where he's trying to go on the first frame of the game. Or like let me double check that. Right now, he's trying to go towards... Oh, 26. What's 26? There? Okay. Can he make it there? Oh, I think he fell again. Hold on. Oh, yeah, another thing I was going to do. Hold on. No. Make this lower. So I have this one value here that is a bit of a trade-off where the higher it is, the better he looks in terms of like when he's going around corners, the more he kind of rounds corners, which makes him look better of an AI. But then it makes him fall down more because he doesn't just from not turning as good. So the lower this is, though, the more he kind of turns on the spot at his waypoints, but it makes him more likely to not fall off things. So I just made that turning radius like really low. Let me just see if now he makes this jump. Oh, where's he going? Oh, he actually changed his end destination. Oh, now okay, he's going somewhere. His end destination is now 155. Okay, now it's 81. So he's going between a bunch of random destinations now. I want to see him. Where's 81? Is 81 somewhere? I could almost maybe like, what if I really ramped up his turn speed? That's one thing I'd be also interested to do. That would make him not slow down as much. Maybe that is what I do. Oh. That is maybe a good trade-off. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that kind of partially fixes my problem. Okay, interesting. I unintentionally just made the AI better, I think. Oh god, where'd he go? Let me chase him a bit now. 26. He is trying to go towards... I kind of just... Oh, no. Oh, wait, where is he? Let's catch him a bit. My best way of like testing if the AI can make it to certain locations is by tagging him. So now he's chasing me. Oh god, no, I'm cornered. Okay. Is by going somewhere so that he's then chasing me, and then see. Oh no, he's gonna take me. Okay. Oh god, no. He's like right behind me, and I hate it. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Fine. He can't get up there. Oh, okay. I'm good. We're good. We are good. Everything's fine. I missed that jump. The very top of the map, he doesn't know exists yet because I haven't set up the waypoints for like the top area. So that's why, yeah, there are certain things that are just not like all that up there. Those platforms aren't kind of. He doesn't know that those exist yet. He will eventually. Yeah. So that's something. But chasing was fun. No, this is kind of cool. And I think it'll look even cooler when things are more polished. You know, music, all that. Oh, he ran into me. Now I'm gonna run. Ooh, can he make it over here? I actually don't know yet. Can he? He can! Hello! Hi. It's cool to see him do all that stuff. Him jumping makes him feel very, I don't know, more cool AI-like. Let me test another thing real quick. There's another spot I just wanted to, like, test. Okay, I think he's chasing me. Up here. Oh, it doesn't work if I fall. Well, he was maybe going up there. Okay. He, oh, I have, okay, this is too low. Put it for, like, 30. That's causing this, like, jittery kind of movement. And even that 100 that I put as turn speed might be also just a little too high, but I will, can play around with it. Okay, where is he now? Where are you? See, eventually he'll be able to run up around all this top area. He just can't right now. I might need to make more slopes, because he goes up that slope very regularly, but I don't know if he knows that that slope over there exists. But I can do more to, like, adjust the map later. Ha! Oh! Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Is he gonna... I see that bit of jittering in his turning. Let me sort of... I have a debug thing that when I hit right click it pauses the game. I don't think it's that high. Let me try just 20. What? Oh, you're 1 minute behind me? Lol. Never mind, just a couple seconds. Oh. Or... Yeah, I don't know how bad the latency is. Let me check on my own thing here. Alright, refresh my own stream. And then wait till I can see myself. And now I go like this. Let's see how long until I can see my hand move. I saw it there. So on my end, it only took a few seconds. So sometimes restarting the Twitch stream can help with that. Maybe. Possibly. Oh god, where is he? He's chasing. It doesn't help if I fall. Oh god. I think slowly I'm getting better at not getting as scared, but it's still like sometimes it still creeps me out. Oh god, where is he now? Okay, so he also also this slope is temporary. I want to make this like stairs that go up like the inside part here, have that actually be like a hole that's like right here. Maybe like maybe stairs that kind of almost go in like a L shape kind of a thing. Same thing here. These I'd like to be stairs that go up here because it makes that a lot more awkward. But that is to come. I'll do that eventually. Okay. Let me dive bomb him again. Because also, when I'm up there, he doesn't know that area kind of exists properly. So I wanted to test him going up here. He can. Okay, he could. He did make it. Now he's gonna run around there. Okay. If I fall off, it doesn't help. Did he just start? Oh. He struggled to get away a little bit. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, little like, you know, things that aren't too great. Like a little bit of problem areas, but we're ironing them out slowly but surely. Oh, I saw a little bit right over there. I want to check one more thing, and then I'll stop this for now. Where'd he go? There he is. But I just want to see more of his that turning. That it was being a little bit. Is it better now? Not so jittery. Okay, yeah, that's good. So his value is 21. No, ignoring the 1000. That's just so I could. This makes him like run away perfectly. I wanted to have a little bit of randomness. What school project do you have? An English essay that I had to write. That's what I meant to be doing, and then got sidetracked doing this. So let me just. So 30 and 20 is what I need these to be. Okay. 30 and 20. Okay. And then this difficulty realistically should be like 10. The lower his difficulty, the more randomness there is in his running around. Okay. Yeah, I just thought this was cool. Let me, yeah. So, I'm about to work on my game do basic UI. Ooh, cool. Have fun with that. My game doesn't have any fancy UI yet, but it hopefully will soon. Well, I need the UI for like who's winning and like who's it, and maybe a mini map. I have from my planning to make the level, I had this this whole thing. If I look at it from a top-down view and then squish it all together, I'm thinking maybe I could try to use this to make a mini map. Although some of this is currently a bit different from the actual level, so I will have to modify it just a decent amount. But we'll see. Yeah. Like, I'll have to modify this based on how I actually change things for the real level or something like that. We'll see. Although this is if I wanted this to be this simple. I could take the actual level and have a camera that's just looking at a bird's eye view of that level. I have that power, but we'll see what I decide to do. Anyways, though, let me go back to this. Okay. Oh, get all the way back down here. Yeah. Okay. Now I need to put this. Well, minimize this. I'm not going to close this yet, in case other people come by that are interested in this whole thing. The stream notification thing still isn't working? Really? Come on. Did it work? Or did it even run? View activity. Brah. This. Still keeps not working. I was so sure that it would work. Why? Hold on, let me troubleshoot this a little bit, and then I'll do whatever I can to keep pushing off doing this essay. But no, I'll get to it soon. Is it possible to have two camera, one for your player and one looking down at the player? It is, which is cool. Let me show you this real quick because this might help you with I don't know some of the stuff you're working on with if you're doing UI stuff. So basically, the very easy way of having two cameras do stuff. Actually, I literally have. I did this of having this in the corner, although I'd have to tweak kind of how that works. Top-down cam. Oh, this needs to be a lot harder. That's why that's being weird. Okay. Why does that do that? What? Weird. Whatever. Sorry. So to have two cameras, actually, all you need to do is just like let's say the main. Let me duplicate the main camera I have here that you can see here. There's this in the camera component thing on the camera. There's one thing that's important here called viewport rect, and this can as a value between 0 and 1, this can change. This is how you can do split screen stuff. So like 0.5 is gonna make this camera over here having like, well, hold on. You can basically set the you can set like the width of a camera. You can set its like height, and then you can change like this kind of X and Y offset of it. So that is neat. So you can use this to have multiple cameras. And you place like one on this side, one on the other side, set it up all nice, and then you can make that work like so. Yeah, and then that second camera you can have like be having a different skybox. It can have different shadery things. So you can do neat things like that, which is cool. But I was experimenting with a few different things. Having a behind cam, which I probably won't keep this, is just playing around of. Okay, when I go into play mode, this is a camera that sees what's behind you at all times. And this was only like a thing of if the AI is chasing you, be able to see that he's right behind you. I thought it would be neat to have, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna keep this. It's a little, I don't know if it's a little disorientating or whatever, but see, you can see him behind, and I don't know if that helps with the running away or not. But also just more so like, he's gonna catch you. He's right behind you. Whoa, watch out. Whoa. Can he make it up here? Oh, he should. Oh, yeah. 'Tis neat. Wait, he should be chasing me. He should be able to make it up here. There he is. I didn't move that thing. I moved a thing in, twice now I've moved a thing in play mode that I didn't remove out of play mode. Wait, what? No, I did. Oh, what? Oh. Uh-oh. Why is he not making this jump? The jump trigger. This isn't, hold on. Let me sort this out. What? You should be working. Why are you not? Which one are you? This one. Let me try putting this out even further, just as a test. What if you hold a key to look behind? That is what I could do? Yeah. Although I don't know if I'd want to, like if you hold a key to look behind, then you can't see what's in front of you, so that would be a problem. I'd like to be able to see what's behind while still being able to see what's in front. Is he chasing me now? No, he's running away. Or attempting to anyway. Gotcha. But no, I was thinking I was probably more so going to have that lower camera, instead of a behind you, have it be a top-down, the mini-map. Which could either be the camera looking down or have an actual like drawn map kind of a thing that shows where you and the AI are at all times, is like maybe like big circles. Okay, let me see this. I want to see why are you failing this jump so much? Or like he's is this too late or is this? Let me try moving it back to being like more on the platform. Maybe I did move it out too far. And right now he's under me. This is one other tiny little bug, is that if he's right under me, he thinks he's close enough to beeline right towards me. So I need to make the y-axis matter in that. But I will. Okay. This is the problem. I mean, I can change the map to make this jump easier to make. Hold a key to bring up the behind camera. I could do that. Yeah, oh. You're trying, bud. Ah, oh, I fell on him. No, that doesn't help. Yeah. Actually, that's what I could do. I could have the mini-map be in that corner, and you press maybe a toggle button that switches it between behind cam and mini-map cam. There's an idea. Yeah. Let me just try this. If I move this extra far, I'm just curious of what this is going to do. Okay, now I gotta catch him. Run back up. This will be the last thing I do. Then I go do my essay thing. The faster I get that done, the faster I can work on this guilt-free. Well, no, I'm not procrastinating. What? Did I touch him? Nope. Okay, just gotta get him. And also soon we'll be making this actually look nicer. That's the one thing I want to do. Normally, doing that kind of game polishing, you do maybe later in development, but for the sake of the Twitch stream, I kind of want to make it look a bit nicer, like a little earlier. Okay, there, he made that. I want to try. I want him to do it one more time. Okay, so actually having it later did work, but because that is almost a pixel perfect jump. I just want to see him do it one more time, just to kind of make sure that it. We can do it twice in a row. Then I'm confident it works. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Is there any other areas I want to test in particular? Oh, he's like right behind me. Oh, God. Get away from me. I don't think he can get up here. Right. I don't think... I think I may have messed up something. Oh, he's right there. Okay. He jumped all the way around. I don't know if his... I think I did... Oh, hold on. Before I go into play mode, let me just copy this thing's transform and just paste that in. Copy transform. Go to here. Ooh. Paste. Paste. Well, just paste position. That works. I didn't change the rotation. Okay, cool. It's a lot further out than I thought it would need to be, but frankly, if it works, I'm not going to touch it. It worked twice in a row. That makes me confident it's going to continuously work. Now, the one last thing I wanted to do is just let me go back so I can see all the waypoints and their lines. That's what I thought. Yeah. I knew I forgot about this. Like he doesn't like this slope is tricky for him because there's no lines connecting it to like the rest of the world. So to him, this is a dead end where this one is. So I just need to connect it to like anything else, and then he should be able to try and go up that slope. I don't know if he'll make it up there successfully, but he can try. Let's connect. Whoa, nope. No, I probably want to go. Hold on, wait, let me do a thing. Make it so I can't select anything in the environment, and then go bois, bois, and bois. That's probably fine. I don't know if I want this one being connected because I don't want him to get like stuck in like this little corner here. This slope is again temporary. I'm going to be moving this to be in the inside here, but now I just want to test him if he can run up that slope successfully. Where'd he go? Yeah. There you are. Blam. Gotcha. I had this wrong. I want him to go up here, actually. I just want to see if he can make it to me. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh God, where is he? There he is. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna be able to test this properly. Oh, hey. Oh, he's gonna try. Aw. Come on. Okay. Do this. Come get me, fool. Did I set up the top of that slope to be connected to other things? What's going on here? He can go up here. This is weird. I have a jump trigger at the top of this, so he should reach the top of this and then jump around. And I guess technically I should connect this to this. Maybe. just trying to think of how to better test this. He's not... I need to... Here, let me actually... How I can properly test what he's doing. Bring back the camera that was, like, seeing his point of view. That'll make it easier for me to see what he's trying to do. And set my camera back like this. Going like... Okay. So top view is mine, bottom view is his. I mean, mine's first person, his is third person, but whatever. So now we just get him back into that position. I just want to see what he does when he tries to go up the slope. Oh, he made it! Oh, well, okay. Something happened that was changing his path then. So, okay, he can totally make it up that slope. Cool. Let me test one more thing. What are you doing? Where are you? He's at... Oh, there. Haha, gotcha. I just want to test there's these, like, circly platforms over here that you don't really travel too much. I just want to test him, like, getting across these. Ah, he did. Okay, nice. This camera, I don't think I'm going to have it in a final build, but it is very helpful. Oh, he's moving so perfectly. Like... Yeah, so this is the thing where maybe I have to make his AI a little bit dumber when he's actually mid-chase like this. Because it is so easy for him to catch. What's up, Austin? Hello, hello. Look at this. So, right now we're doing, I'm not going to have the camera look like this in a proper... Oh, he's stuck. Oh, he does not like that. Actually, I can fix this easily. That bottom camera, dude, that looks too good. Yeah! That bottom camera isn't going to be something in the actual game. This is just a kind of, a debugging tool for me to see how he's deciding to move. There was one bug with it that I can fix real quick. I have to do an essay. As you can see from the stream title, I'm going to work on a school project. But I keep not doing that, and I'm going to do this soon. I just keep getting sidetracked, but this is okay. I just need a second waypoint at like the top of these stairs for a temporary thing. This slope is like this slope is temporary because it's going to be, I want like stairs like cut into this like tower thing. That's why it looks a bit weirdly placed. Let me just kind of go, hold on. Blah, and then I just need to go this one and this one, make connection between, and put this one at like the top of that. Basically near the top. I just need two kind of at the top of the slope for now. That should bypass any like, a lot of the weirdness with him trying to turn before he gets to the top of the slope. I basically need these almost on top of each other, but not quite. This should fix them up. Okay, let me try that again. So now, yeah. Or let me do this extra. Let's go full screen view. Oh god, it is a bit disorienting seeing his bottom camera, but oh shoot, we also have. Oh, a thing I forgot to turn off is in the bottom right corner. That's like the behind camera. That was another just testing thing. I don't know if we're gonna have that in the actual thing. We were thinking of basically having like a waypoint where you, a mini map, but you press a button and it toggles between like mini map and looking behind you. Wish Unity had a good 3D modeling feature. Well, there's ProBuilder that kind of, for like, that's more for environmental stuff. You can probably try and use it for like making a character. I don't know how well that would go. Probably not too well. Probably not meant for that kind of thing. But there's this, add-on thing that is free. Yeah, ProBuilder can do some pretty advanced stuff. Yeah, I've dabbled with it a little bit, but as someone who does have experience with a proper 3D modeling program, it's free. I'd really suggest it for you. Yeah, or you're saying that's one-hit gaming. I have used ProBuilder before. In fact, here, let me show you a thing. Not this. On my own YouTube channel, I have a old progress video. Hold on, let me go find it real quick. My channel. That was the first second of like my submarine video. Let me go. How do I search just my channel? What was Project Gamma? You see the where is it? This one. Nope, not that one. Wrong video. Where are you? You should be here. Yes, you are. There you are. This is the thing I made a while ago. It was like, oh, there's music. I can hear that through my headphones that I'm not wearing right now. Yeah, not you, do. You're really good at Blender. You don't need no Pro Builder. Yeah. Well, I mean, Pro Builder is really nice for in Unity stuff, so you don't have to go back and forth like Blender and back. But this was a thing I made in 2018. This whole environment, not all the environment that's not moving, this was made with Pro Builder. So that's that. The music was royalty free. Actually, it's from one of Unity's tutorial projects things is where I got that. Project Gamma. Yeah, that was the name of this. That I might make this at some point. Actually, this kind of became an abstract adventure in a very like loose sense. But I still might make like an abstract adventure, but like a 3D platformer might be me returning to this idea. We'll see. Yeah, so this was oh, you press that button and then that moves those things. So many cube particle effects that are so bad on performance that yeah, but it looked cool, so definitely not something you're really supposed to do. Oh yeah, these little like enemies here, you have like a little spin attack. Then you can jump across this stuff. Oh, look at that river. Look at that water. Oh, it's so amazing. That was the name of my friend's game before he changed it to Firefront. What are the chances? Oh, install the VFX Graph package. It's great. This was 2018. I can make better art stuff now and do more post-processing stuff now. This was ages and ages ago. So then there you press this button, it raised the thing over there, but then it also made a lot of this crumble. Crumble Heights, that was the name of this level, I guess. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was this? Yeah, June 20th, 2018 was when I uploaded this, I guess. So that was that. But no, I can do better post-processing stuff now. But I've never heard of, wait, no, VFX Graph. I don't think I know what that is. But I'm familiar with like doing like post-processing stuff with, and like shader graph stuff with the high definition render pipeline. Yeah, you can tell this is old Unity because the buttons up here are different colors than how they used to be compared to how they are now. Yeah, just let this get to the end. It's almost at the end of this little level here. Yeah. Bam! Whoa, you did it! Whoa! Use VFX Graph. It's Unity's better particle system. Oh, that's what I knew that name rung a bell. It runs on the GPU, so you can have millions of particles. It's node based. You can do so much. The normal particle system runs on the CPU, so it's slow. Oh, that is something I'm going to want to look into, and I will at some point. Yeah, okay. I definitely will at some point. Not obviously like right this second. When we get into the more so polishing our game here. So here I had some other levels that I kind of made. Here's the one that like was really bad on performance. That, you know, a better particle system thing would be good. Would make this run better. This one was Woods Ablaze. So I had to, this is like the most amount of particles I could have without it lagging any worse. So definitely having, I would have liked to have, ideally like this whole forest would have been just all these cube particles just whoosh all the time. But that was lagging way too much. But having like, yeah, a GPU type thing would be been better, I guess. Oh, this is cool. See, there's like inklings of ideas here that could be cool for proper game stuff. Like, look at this. You knock this thing over, but it like dominoes affects a few others. Like, that's cool, I think. I haven't looked back at this in a long time, so I'm curious just to, let's take a detour and go through some of these. I still have, like, I drew all of what these levels were going to look like on paper before I made them. And I think I have those papers around somewhere. Yeah. I was like, oh, you press the button, and it makes this whole thing come down. Does this have music? No. Okay. Fair enough. You got, like, the health bar. You got, oh, springs here. Forgot these were a thing. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, this was a really old project that I never finished. Project Gamma, because this was going to be a game where there was 3 types of levels, where you were this cube character and you did things, or where you were this sphere character and you had different moves, or you were this like triangle, like pyramid shaped guy and it had different moves. So that's what Project Gamma was initially. What am I doing? Oh, that thing moved down and now you can wall jump off it, I guess. Oh, you wall jump on it as it moves up. Okay, yes, that's what I did. Right. Look at all that fire in the distance that you can very easily see the edge of. Oh no, I messed up the jump. Let me skip forward. I had to wait for it to rise again, I guess. Oh, this is funny. We're just looking back on this. You know those cube guys, they explode into cubes. Oh, and here was, like, kind of vertical, no, like, horizontal wall jumping, kind of. My attempt at it, I guess. Ooh, jumping, like, around corners. Oh, so fancy. Oh, I'm almost dead. Am I gonna die? I'm not gonna die in this, I don't think. If I died, I would have, like, started the recording from the beginning, I imagine. I hope so. Oh, yeah, there's checkpoints there. Those things that start spinning around. Oh, I died, but going back to the checkpoint. Okay, that's fine. I was like, oh, no. Why did I gasp at that? I don't know. But whatever. Look at my friend's game. Oh, if you were to put that in the Discord, sure, I can check that out. One moment. Just want to see the rest of this. More like, yeah, enemies to kill. Oh, this was also the start of kind of what an abstract adventure was before it was an abstract adventure, because those guys there, those creatures were like normal citizens that got all made into these abstract monsters. So that's a thing there, I guess. And there's the end of the level. Woo! Yeah, I did that. Starting making like a hub world. Then there was level 3, Raging Rapids. There's only 6 levels here, and the last few kind of get worse, unfortunately, but also, 'cause I haven't looked at this in a long time, I'm curious to just go back and look at this. It's called Firefront. Ooh, neat. Also, so this level had a thing. So yeah, Raging Rapids, this is the water-themed level. That's the goal over there. You can't really see it, but that's like the end of the level. It's like, oh, it's right over there, but I can't, get to it. So then you have to jump down, and then you kind of work your way all the way around. So that's something. I was making this on a laptop as well. I remember this. I'm playing Warzone. I keep getting... Fair enough. That's why if you're not good enough to play games, then you just make them yourself. Then you're the only one who's playing your game. Therefore, you're the best at it. Ha ha ha. I don't know. Yeah, so this is the thing. Oh, a bunch of enemies there. Ooh. Yeah. Then there's big log under here, and then you're riding across that. If I were to try to remake some of the stuff in, like, now, I'd probably make this a lot better and more polished or whatever. I could try anyway. Maybe let me skip forward a bit. This was a bit of like a dam thing where you had to then jump over to like that stuff. Oh, here there was like fans that didn't even have any sort of particle effects coming out of them. Then we got some turrets, more fans, some more turrets, and going around in a big circle. Then here, the also crazy part of you fall off of here and then you have to like jump off before they fall. It works, it functions. It was quite buggy, but yeah. Dude, I went off on a solo squad game and got 11 kills. Then these dudes came out of nowhere from behind a fence. Oh, there's this. Jump back up here into that level. Woo. Did that. So then there was level 4? Into the Depths. So this was my attempt. Initially, I was going to experiment with interior levels here. Oh, I would send you the link to the game, but it's not out yet. But there's videos on YouTube about it. Ooh, Link Guaiti, I want to see. I want to see too. Yeah. I will... If the trailer isn't too long, I guess. I don't want to watch like a 10-minute trailer right now. If it's okay with Chroma, of course. I certainly am. Go for it. And put link in chat or whatever. Chat or the Discord. Either or. I'm fine with either. So this level is meant to be kind of like dark and purposely not well lit. Here introduces a new enemy type, these spinner guys that you have to actually jump on top of them, Mario style. Do I even still have... I think I still have the project files from this stuff. I don't know if it'll run successfully. Let me just look at this real quick. I did at one point, I did lose a bunch of... I broke the hard drive in my computer. In that old computer, and but I think I had this backed up. Let me double check. Was the thing that became Project Delta? No. Oh, I have Project Delta. I should have in this. Where are you? Unity projects. Do I not have Project Delta? No, I refuse. Don't tell me I don't have Project Delta. Or not Delta, Gamma, this one. I should have this on my computer somewhere. No, wait, do I not have it? I do, I knew it. Okay, I was gonna say, I do, and it is backed up on the cloud, so I'm never gonna lose it. This is, well, I mean, you can't, I'm not gonna open up the Unity thing right now, but I know that this is the, Pro Builder data scenes, Crumble Heights into the depths, this level's like mining away, poor support, Raging Rapids, Woods Ablaze. Yeah, so I do have this. So maybe I will, I can come back to something along the lines of this project at some point in time. I'm ready to move on with my FPS controller. I've added everything I wanted, but I don't know what to make now. Well, yeah, sometimes it can be difficult to, like, you're focusing so much on one aspect of, like, a Unity thing. It's like, I've done this now. Wait, what do I do next? Definitely been there. I mean, you could add, like, I added everything I wanted. I don't know what to make now. So I would say, I guess, something for the player to interact with and an objective of some kind. Maybe that can help plan. Short old clip from their YouTube. I'll send the link to the game, but it's for a mobile. Yeah, fair enough. I can't play that, right now, but whoa! Oh, neat. This is running on mobile. Cool. Oh, audio. Oh, this actually does look really cool. Especially for being made by, like, what, one person? Or, like, a few people? Like, yeah, wow. The game looks so good. What in the world? Yeah. Look at that gun. That gun model specifically looks, like, really, really nice. Oh, cool. That's really cool. I really like that. Hopefully I can get my game to look somewhat close to that. Cool. This is somewhat recent. Well, of like a few months ago, but still. Recent as in this year. Wow, neat. Meanwhile, you had like my thing of this. There was one, I just wanted to find, what was Mining Away? Mining Away. So there's this one. Makes mine look like garbage. Me too. I mean, I got some complicated programming stuff, but it is all just simple shapes and stuff. So this one, I tried having like a lot of mine carts as moving platforms. Attempted to anyway. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, there's targets that you shoot that did things. Yeah, this is neat. It was my attempt at doing level design and all that. I still say, like as I said before, like I struggle a lot with level design. And this was an example of that. Not well, or I mean, like that was also true when making this level. But yeah, this is trying to jumping back and forth between things. I struggle with anything creative. I feel that. What do you do? Oh, this is a wall jumping thing. I just know the how. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I struggle. Well, coming up with names for like anything, like characters, settings for like story stuff, I really struggle with a lot of that. And then level design. But I think I'm reasonably good at being able to like play a game and like look at a level in a game and almost dissect it, like what works, what doesn't work with all this level stuff. But I'm not so good at making my own levels from scratch. He's kind of why I wanted to learn game dev. Oh, cool, neat. Well, hopefully you're able to to do that and make something cool. I mean, already the stuff you were making before, seemed to be cool. And how's it was coming along? How long have you been doing game dev then? Oh, there's that. Oh, and this was a cool thing. Well, you had to actually like jump off this last minecart to like into the goal. That was a thing. I mean, of course it doesn't like work too well, but like it's like the ideas are there. Like if this was super polished, it could look super good. But but it's not, so it doesn't. Here, let me do a thing here with this for the next time. I wonder if it's the ad that's messing things up. Let me just do a thing here. Sorry, this is something completely different. do this. Okay. This is for my attempts at trying to have a thing that happens that sends notifications when I go live. I keep like making it simpler and simpler. 1 week, lol. Oh, oh, fair enough. Okay. Well then, I mean, in that case, I now see that like you were trying to do stuff really complex with with game dev stuff. I mean, considering I saw that you were using like nav mesh stuff in like your games, those are some like really complicated things. Okay, I see. That all makes sense now. No, I mean, I've been doing game development stuff for what, 6 years now, and I completely forgot that, or I don't even know if I knew this to begin with, of that there was a using Unity Engine.ai thing. In that case, I don't know if it maybe would be a better idea to maybe try to do something a bit simpler. Maybe even just for your own sake of not like struggling so much, I guess, and making, I don't know, be able to more so finish things, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I know this great guy on YouTube that makes tutorials. His name is Cyberchroma. Don't know if you've ever heard of him, but watch a lot of tutorial, lol. Yeah. Although I do literally use Visual Studio to write your essay. Oh yeah, you know it. I'll write it in Notepad. No, actually, funny enough, I do use Notepad quite a lot for writing stuff. Not like for writing mainly, like, you know, all like this requirement stuff, or like roadmap for like our planning with the Unity stuff. I have a lot of this in Notepad documents, which is funny, but yeah. But no, in all honesty, I do actually like in my tutorials. I have how many? I have 14 that I've made so far. So if you want to check them out, you can. No obligation. Although if I were to recommend one, it's the most recent one I've made. Here, let me go. Anyone else who happens to be watching right now? Shazam! Playlist of my tutorials. I mean, the very first one is called Unity Basics Tutorial, so that might be good as like a, you know, having never touched Unity before kind of tutorial. That can be good at where I explain a lot of things in depth. I made an HTML page in Notepad. Ooh, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I made an HTML page in Dreamweaver, and is that all too different? Nah. But then also, so with my tutorials here, so they definitely they go from being like, well, the first one I made, I'd say they slowly get better over time, and just my ability to make tutorials or whatever. But at the same time, these first few I actually wrote scripts for, so they have a bit more editing involved there. Then I kind of stopped doing that, and I got to a point where I just like hit record, did the tutorial, and that was kind of it. Because I liked that I was able to have a bit more rambling in it. I thought that made it, have more of this enthusiasm or whatever. But then eventually I doubled back to, or in this one, I have a combination of the enthusiasm and having an actual script that I'm reading from. So, like, this one, I spent 4 months making. So, like, this one took, like, an hour. This one took, like, 4 months. So, yeah, that was the one thing. Oh, yes, I need the beginner's tutorial. All right, then I would recommend watching. So this one, it's only 13 minutes. Unity Basics tutorial. I do this as if you've basically never seen Unity before. I don't know. I don't remember how in-depth I go with things, but this could definitely help. All I do in this one is just get a cube to, like, move in all directions. So kind of similar to the rollerball tutorial, if you're familiar with that. That's like it's kind of like the hello world of Unity tutorials, to a degree. But this one, and specifically the submarine one, because I'm really proud of it, because this one also I think is more entertaining a little bit, hopefully. I mean, it starts with me like jumping into frame. Oh, that's an ad. It starts with me jumping into frame, and it ends with me diving out of frame. So, literally, like this, da-da-da-da-da. I want to just get to the end thing, because I think it's funny. Without any context of anything else, you know my end of my live stream thing, I'm like, and I'll see you around. I'm like, I'll see you around. And I dive out of frame. Because I had a bed there, so I dive, yeah. That's funny. And I purposely up the sound. There's like a big bang noise of me hitting the bed. And I purposely like, I've never even seen Unity. What is Unity? Never heard of it. Want to see the first game I ever made in Unity? And oh, Austin, sure, but also, yeah. One Hit Gaming, Unity, I don't know. That is, is it similar to Unreal? Is it anything like Godot? No. But no, yeah. So this one, you know, I spent a long time doing. Actually, literally, I have, here. This is, well, no, sorry, this is the table of contents thing. I'm looking for something else. This one also is, oh, in terms of like post-processes and stuff, I mean, look at this. This, like, cool post-processing stuff done on all this compared to that, like, thing from before. Here, this is how much time I spent making all the different parts of this video. So it was like, yeah, 4 months making all this, or like this, and it was like 3 months making all this. So yeah. Well, like a little over, maybe like 2 and a little bit, but yeah. Want to see the first game in Unity? Yes, please. Wow. Get to writing this essay. I need to actually do that at some point. Which that's right. I know it's not going to be interesting, but I don't know. It's slightly more enjoyable for me to stream it, I suppose. A blocky survival preview. Interesting. And it's 2017, even earlier than my Project Gamma thing. Well, you got buttons. Oh, I see. We're showing that the quit button worked there. Let me skip ahead to it being built again. Oh, play. Oh, cool. So you can move. Oh, cool. You got an inventory. Oh, this is neat. Press X to break tree. Ooh, it's like Minecraft, but made in a day. No. For some reason back in the day, I always showed that the quit button works. He made the first Minecraft. Yeah, you know it. I mean, I also, to a degree, will do that where, like, anything that I made in the game, if I'm showing it off, I try to show, like, every little thing. So I'll show, like, even, like, in an options menu that, like, each option thing works. So I'm not too far off there. Neat. Why did the lighting go dark when you pause it? I think I made a building system. Oh, did I even see that? Or maybe I wasn't paying attention. Or is that not in this video? No, after? Ah, fair enough. Still, it's cool. What is do I have... Actually, I'm curious to see. Let's discover this together. What is my earliest game-related video? Well, it was like a progress video. I think... So ignoring this stuff... Oh, well, okay, it was Washed Up Wizard. But I made a bunch of stuff before this. I think like Project Gamma started before this. Well, there's Project Gamma there. Then I started making this. Here's a neat thing. Actually, let me skip ahead to this one. This is something, an idea that I want to return to at some point. I'm pretty sure this doesn't have audio, but just in case. So, Bammo. So, this was like Space Invaders mixed with like Star Fox, mixed with like Galaga, I guess. My oldest video is a Roblox video tutorial. Well, I mean, mine's a science-y mitosis animation, so... But yeah, this is something that a lot of it is hard-coded, so but it functioned. So the idea is that you're kind of going through this environment, and then like waves of enemies come in, and it's cool. It's quite buggy, but yeah, is an attempt at doing things. Oh, I think the red guys take 2 hits to kill. These enemies are called Triagulas, because triangle. Did I die? Did I really die at the end? Oh, there's no respawn thing. Fair enough. Neat. But then I changed the idea a bit. So I changed the idea a bit, but I might go back to kind of what that idea was. But then that became this. Wait, hold on. Let me skip it. Do I have a progress video 4 on that? This was 3. Oh, okay. Well, I do, but I guess we're looking back at some of my old projects because I think they're interesting. Cyberspace. Ooh. This is a game I want to be making at some point down the line. I have so much of this thought out in my head, mainly a lot of the story stuff of it. I don't even remember my first video. Well, if you have a YouTube channel like me, then you have this backlog of all this stuff. But yeah, this was my main menu, which I thought was cool. And then this like level progression thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the this little ship looks interesting. Originally the idea for this, let me skip ahead a little bit, is that you'd have like, you could swap out like the top part, the middle part, and the bottom part of your ship for different like loadouts, and then that would affect something with like the stats of your ship. So how long until like, let me skip ahead to actual gameplay stuff. Hello, welcome to the test level. Do I say more than that? I think I say survive, defeat enemies, and get to the end. So you can see like maybe how that old video, how it became this one, where I made it like, this would then became like 2D platformer mixed with Space Invaders. So that was the attempt at the kind of what I was going for here. Got these enemy here, the Gyrmos. So yeah. Let me skip ahead a little bit. Then there's this, okay, this is a really cool thing. Hold on, look at this. You're not paying attention? Look at this, because I think it's really cool. Bam! You touch a thing and then you turn in 3D space despite it being a 2D platformer. I don't know, I thought that was a really cool thing. It'd be cool to play around with a lot more. Oh, there was also an enemy that looked like a magnet that had like 2 guns. Magnoid. I remember these enemy names being so creative. Am I trying to die on purpose there to show off that checkpoints work? Yeah, I think I am. Let me skip ahead. So yes, checkpoints work. Oh, there's a part here where you enter a thing where now it becomes kind of like Space and Shooters or Galaga like, where then you have to fight off a few waves of enemies to have the block go away. That's neat, I suppose. Let me skip ahead a bit more. Congratulations, you beat the test level. What is this thing? Oh, that's a thing. I forgot that I had that being a thing. Oh, and then this, you beat the level, and then okay. So the idea for level progression in this is that each level you get like 3. You could get 1 of 3 stars. Well, I call them light gears, kind of like stars from Mario, where basically you just get 1 for beating the level. You get 1 if you get a certain number of bits, which is like a currency you get from killing enemies. And then you get 1 that's like a time bonus thing. So you get 3 stars, and then you have like your group of levels that you have unlocked at the start. You have to just get a certain number of stars total to unlock this big one, and then when you beat that would maybe be like a boss or something, or I don't know, something like that. And then you get the next set of levels. That was the idea here. So I think then if I do anything else, I think main menu. I thought this was cool how that is. So now let me back up a little bit more, because I think I had one more progress video on that. So I had all this other stuff, but I have one more progress video of this game, the state that it's in right now. You know, I haven't touched this since 2019. So first of all, the intro, or this title screen thing, looks kind of cool. Although now I'm aware of the world of post-processing and like high-definition render pipeline stuff. So that stuff I can, add to this kind of thing. So here, also, this ship looks better now. And actually there's some animation-y things. So this, I swapped it out so that you just, rather than swapping out just the different pieces of the ship, you swap out specifically the body and the gun. So the body having different stats and stuff, the gun shoots differently. So this first gun is like a slingshot. It's like the default gun or whatever. And then here, there's the light gear thing. So this is, this system that I just described. Being better. Whoa. Yeah, this does look better than how it did before. That's for sure. Oh yeah, the enemies explode into 1s and 0s now, because that was the thing I did here. This whole game was meant to take place in this like computer universe called cyberspace that you're trying to escape from. I have so much story stuff planned with this game if I ever end up making it again. I don't know, again, because I struggle with level design. Coming up with stuff beyond like my test levels here really I struggled with, so I kind of stopped working on this game. But it's something I would like to return to at some point. Although I don't know if I'm going to continue it being like this idea, or if I'm going to go back towards the more like Star Fox kind of way, like that moving forward and shooting waves of enemies. I really have to figure that out. But that'll be something to kind of as I get to whenever I come back to working on this. But this won't be until like this is gonna be so far off. I have so many game ideas of games that I want to make, but there's so much like in the way before I can do that stuff. Because like right now we're doing our AI tag game, and then whatever other games I'm making in my class school stuff. Then we've got an abstract adventure, and then which that's gonna take a really long time on its own. And then we've got this game after that is the plan, I think. And then I have more other games. I have a bajillion other games after that to potentially work on. Actually, then after this, then I want to make a 3D platformer. So I guess, actually, that would be the thing, is after I'd finished this game, then I would finish Project Gamma, which now, it has had a different name. I don't remember it, though. But, yeah, so that's that, I guess. And then down the line, I want to remake Washed Up Wizard, so that's also in there. But that's going to be, like, years down the line, based on, like, just how much other stuff I got to get done first. Anyways, let me skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, you got to the end. Look, there's the light gear. Woo, you did the things. And you go back to the main menu. So now here you got 3 of them, and you see, yeah, how that works. Oh, and then now different ships and stuff. So that's a thing. Yeah, I have these designed as well on paper. Share some game ideas, because I have absolutely 0 ideas. Yeah, feel free to take them. I mean, there's this, but this is meant to. Oh, this is a boomerang. Oh, I forgot I did that. Doesn't even move like a boomerang, does it? Does it spin? I forget. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. But then the cool thing here is that you can mix and match the ships, which did things. So this is like the tanky ship. It doesn't move as fast, but it has more health. This one is like faster, but it like has less health or something like that. Yeah, I had a few other ships I designed, like one that was like icy, one that like looked like cyberpunk-y, and I forget the others. But yeah, so that's that. But hold on, let me just do a thing. Yeah, in terms of not there. My game ideas, there's no way the camera will be able to see this on my phone, but I have so many. Hold on. Where are you? Oh, this is my to-do list this is a really old to-do list with cyberspace of like all the different parts of it that I need. Spaceships so that I don't steal your idea too much. Oh, how about a game that does nothing? Oh, I mean, I think I could make a cool little spaceship shooter where you customize ship and gun. Spaceship so I don't steal your idea too much. Fair. Well, okay, so the story... Oh, okay. So normally you're supposed to, when you plan a game, you plan the gameplay and then design the story around the gameplay. But I did a thing where I did that, but then I kind of changed the gameplay, and now I'm like not entirely sure what I'm doing with the gameplay, but I have all this cool story planned out that I'd like to, whatever I modify for the gameplay to fit with the story. So I have all this really, like a lot of story for this game, but we'll see how much of it actually gets implemented or whatever. But it has to do with, there's this scientist with a lab coat, not me, but a different looking scientist with named Professor McCovino, who makes this artificial intelligence called Hex because hexadecimals, I guess, and then turns all like evil and corrupt, and then he gets trapped in this computery world called cyberspace. And then there's also this intern character, Casey, that's her name. Her name has changed like 3 times, but yeah, so then they're both working together to collect these light gear things that will allow them to escape cyberspace for some reason, because I needed a reason for collecting stuff. But then I have a lot more planned out, like, more intricately than just that. Like, the whole intro cutscene, like, if I imagine this as, like, you know, super polished, like, Pixar-level quality, like, I have a whole, like, intro cutscene planned out in my head. That would look cool. I mean, I probably won't be able to actually make it, or make it look that cool, but, you know... Worry about that when we get there. Okay, I'm about to go make the UI. Peace. All right, well, good luck with that. One Hit Gaming. Wait, hold on before you go. I literally have my tutorials. I literally have one on UI. Bam. Unity user interface tutorial. This, I go through how a lot of user interface stuff works. And this one is kind of like an advanced UI tutorial. So those exist. Although this one I think could perhaps help you out. I go over how a lot of how user interface stuff works in Unity. So those are things. You can see here if there's any other ones here that happen to interest you. So yeah. And funny thing, these ones having this chunk in the middle here that have this magenta border, that was from an idea that never like panned out. Because my logo colors are cyan, magenta, yellow, I was gonna do a thing where my game progress videos had a cyan border, the tutorials had a magenta border, and then some third thing I'd come up with later had a yellow border. But but I never ended up following through with that. So then some of these just have a magenta border for kind of no reason. And then here I switched to just, because it's a Unity tutorial, had the background color of Unity. And then here I have one that, like a border color for the thumbnail that incorporates my cyan, magenta, yellow. So, which I'll do something probably like this going forward. So that's something. I also tried to do a thing here where it looks like the thumbnail isn't like a perfect rectangle, and I thought that looked kind of cool. We'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next like high budget video. Actually, it's still a budget of 0, but high production video, I suppose. I don't know when I'm even gonna make my next, like, as I said, high production video. I have so much other stuff to do. I have an essay that I'm still not even writing. Let's get to that. We should do that. Okay, I've been going, yeah, okay, it's cool, me looking back on some of my older work. I have so more things I want to click on. Like, so many more things I want to be like, oh, look at this, but I should kind of stop. This here, actually, up to this point, this was me just posting random progress video stuff. Here, this is what I would say is like my first proper video. Like my first YouTube, like first intended for YouTube video is this one here. So, and this was me making a Space Invaders kind of game. So, and you can see it slowly, the progress being made. So that's something. Yeah. What's this one? Explosions. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, so this is this and all that stuff. Yeah, so I made a time lapse at the end, although I don't know why this isn't here, but whatever. And then here started making these proper tutorials, and then I started making an abstract adventure production log videos or whatever, development logs, until I stopped doing that. Then I started doing Let's Play stuff because it's something I enjoyed doing, and then I had some more tutorials mixed in there. Started playing all these games. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to doing this. I did enjoy doing a lot of this, playing games and making YouTube videos. Although I might probably change this. Like this, I made like, you know, YouTube Let's Plays or whatever. Instead, I might sort of convert that to doing, you know, streaming it, having it be a streamed Twitch thing, and then convert it into like an edited YouTube video afterwards or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to really figure out what I'd want to do there. I mean, these don't get watched. No one watches these. Like all of these views are me, pretty much. So this was also kind of a personal thing for me. Oh, not personal. Like this part of doing all these Let's Play stuff was with the intent of, why the heck is this past these? I don't know why that happened, but whatever. I don't care about it now. Not like there's anything I can do about it. Anyways, what was I just saying? I forget. A lot of this was like for myself to just have more practice talking in front of a camera, to try and just get better at talking in front of a camera for the sake of my actual, like, you know, my tutorial videos and my game progress videos and all that. So that's that. And then here we are to today. And you can see, look, 10 months, 2 weeks ago, because this was a long gap here of just me being so busy with like school and everything, and the fact that this video took 7 months to make from start to finish. So, as I said, so like it's like 4-ish months on the game, or sorry, on like the tutorial, and it was like kind of little under 3 months of making, doing my rebranding of making the animated me and the new intro and outro and all that. And I'll be using that stuff going forward, so it was a worthwhile investment there. Yeah, so that's I guess my history of my YouTube stuff. But yeah, I'll maybe get back to doing some of this stuff at some point. I just don't have time to. I have so much stuff to do and just so little time to like do the other things that I want to do. But I will find the time at some point. But anyways, now I got to write this essay. I keep talking all day long. I can't move on into doing the other things that I want to do. So let's start writing this essay. I gotta stop putting this off, and I gotta get to doing it. Not that I'm still not at a point where I'm really procrastinating it that much, because one, I don't think it'll take that long to write, ideally, and two, it should only, it's not due till, it's weird, I had to submit a draft of it Sunday night, and then the finalized version of it isn't due until, the 10th. So I'm hoping to basically just, like, ramble some stuff that is, like, 750 words. Oh, hold on. rambling some things, and then submitting that as a draft, and then I'll do more of the making it better later. Although I really don't know how much I'm going to care to change from draft to final, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Yeah, so that's that. Okay. Okay, where is... So let me go and let me first start by pulling up my assignment page of this essay. I don't think I should really be like flashing this on screen, but just I don't want to get in trouble with my school. But I mean, yeah, as long as it's I can be reading it verbally to you guys, and then we can write this thing. So length 700 to 750 words. Oh, so that's actually a word cap, not just a minimum. Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, like, I purposely get to go under this. Again, this is a second year class, so that's why it's not like 2,000 word essays. I've written some long essays before. I couldn't tell you the longest essay I've written, but I think I've written essays that are like at least 1,500 words. So 750 shouldn't be that bad. But I haven't written an essay in like a long time, so there's that too. MLA, format, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to... for this assignment, I'm only citing like one text. This is the text, by the way. Just have something on screen. I'm writing an essay on all of this text. So that's that. We'll be going through it soon. I read this like a week ago. I'm going to have to go through and kind of read it again. Okay, so... Or I should say that there's two pieces of text, and I have to choose which one to write the essay on. I would rather... I've chosen this one, so there's that. Okay, so I don't need to cite anything for this one specifically. Okay, using the criteria and approaches for rhetorical analysis that I've totally learned, I'm not just writing this essay without having done basically nothing else in the class. What are you talking about? Those criteria, wait, hold on, what am I looking at? Okay, so using criteria approaches for rhetorical analysis, discuss the relative success of the argument that you have chosen. Those criteria include awareness of exigence. What the heck is that? Let me Google that. Exigence means another word for exigency. Well, tell me what that means. An urgent need or demand. Okay, sure. So an urgent need or demand. Okay, sure. So the awareness of urgency, effectively. Purpose, audience, and genre. Reference to compelling evidence. And effective use of rhetorical appeals. Ethos, pathos, and logos. I'm aware of what those things are. I forget which one is which. So let me just Google those real quick. Can't bring this up on screen. These are things. So logos, logic, reason, proof. So main techniques. So words that are slowly like, oh, I remember this. Slowly things that are ringing bells in my brain. Okay, so structure of the speech. References to studies, statistics, case studies, comparisons, and analogies and metaphors. Okay, ethos, credibility / trust, pathos, emotion / values. So stories, inspirational quotes, vivid language. Okay. Personal branding, confidence in delivery, cites credible sources. Oh, okay, interesting. So, so one thing I can talk about is sort of which of these does this follow the most. Okay, we continue. Your essay should contain basically just 5-paragraph kind of thing. So like introduction. Well, it doesn't say 5-paragraph, but I think I will be doing the 5-paragraph thing. Introduction. An introduction that briefly, in no more than 2 sentences, summarizes the article. Okay. A thesis that makes a claim about the relative success with which the author develops her thesis. Body paragraphs representing supporting evidence and evaluating specific examples of techniques that the author uses. One body paragraph must discuss logos. Wait, it has to be specifically those? Okay, I can do that. I was just turning on air conditioning. Okay, so... Wait a little bit. Okay. I was going to skim over this. Good thing I actually read it. So, evaluate specific examples of techniques that the author uses. So, one body paragraph discussing logos, another discussing pathos, and another discussing ethos. Okay. Acknowledgement of at least one way the argument is successful if you have developed the argument... If you have decided the argument is primarily a failure, or at least one aspect that could use improvement. So basically, whatever thing I choose, I have to talk about a counter argument. So, yeah, that makes sense. Gives me more to ramble about. And then additional considerations for essay 1. Okay. Informative, summary, focus on the topic and on the editorial. I can go on like other tangents a little bit, but I guess not too much. Support my points with evidence from the text. Do you address the opposing viewpoint? Cool. Good, just grammar and all that. All right, so. Okay. So, like the thesis, you might not compose the final version of your title until you complete a draft. Also, like your thesis, the title must be specific enough to give your reader an idea of both your subject and your purpose. Whether your purpose is informative or persuasive. Okay. Unlike the thesis, the title should not be a grammatically complete construction. It can be a sentence fragment. It will not include a forecast statement. Okay. Introductory paragraph. Why is it going this in depth on this? Okay, sure, whatever. This is a writing class, so I guess it makes sense. It's a class that's supposed to teach you about writing stuff, so I guess it makes sense that it's trying to get you to stick to a T of doing certain things. But it is also a second year class I'm doing in fourth year, so there's that too. So the introduction, like the conclusion, should be relatively concise. For a short paper, a 4 or 5 sentence introduction will suffice. In short papers, 4 pages or less, your introduction must not go beyond the first page. For this very short paper, it should not go beyond the halfway point of the first page. Okay. Then the opening sentence. Try to avoid sweeping statements at the beginning of your introduction. Instead, address your specific subject, the editorial, from the outset. Okay. Because your audience is assured. Because your audience is assured, I am not only pleased but also obligated to read and evaluate your work. You do not have to begin with a hook to attract readers. I like doing that. Fine. The first 3 sentences below, which take their topic. Where am I? Okay, so the first 3 sentences below, which take as their topic a persuasive essay on the subject of violence in hockey, are too broad. None addresses the specific subject. In contrast, the 4th sentence makes a general statement, but nonetheless identifies the subject of the essay. So now there's 4 examples of sentences here. So sporting events are enjoyed by participants and spectators around the world. The spectacle of... Hold on. Okay. The spectacle of professional hockey has been around for as long as most people can remember. So these are examples of bad opening statements. The National Hockey League was founded in 1917 in Montreal. Okay, so these are bad ones, and then the good ones, supposedly. Although many celebrate hockey for its fast-paced and aggressive play, others are troubled by its violence. So it's getting right to the point of what the essay is supposed to be about. So that's what it's getting me to do. For this essay, your task is to analyze the rhetoric of one of the attached editorials. Your first sentence then should summarize the editorial. In 1 or 2, at most, sentences, identify the author, the title, the thesis of the editorial. The summary will concern itself the main points only. It should not attempt to include all of your author's observations about her subject. Also, a summary must be written in your own words. It should not contain a quotation. Fair enough. Body of the introduction. Okay. All right. Once you introduce the subject, you should move towards your thesis. Subsequent sentences might not only describe a recent incident that has rekindled the debate, but also summarize the main positions of the debate. However, do not introduce and discuss evidence in your introduction. Do not, however, introduce and discuss evidence in your introduction. Do so only after you have stated your argument. The thesis. I strongly encourage you to conclude your introduction with your thesis. Sentences following the thesis in the introduction often appear superfluous. Superfluous? Okay. Great word. Especially if you have established an adequate foundation for your argument in the sentences that precede it. Okay, so the thesis should be like the last sentence of the introduction is what it's wanting here. So I shall oblige. Okay, so again, let's say that you've been asked to write a persuasive essay on the subject of violence in hockey. For this essay, an effective thesis will do three things. It'll identify the topic, it'll make an assertion, not state an uncontested fact, but make a claim about the topic, and it'll include a forecast statement, a preview of the main ideas that you will explore in the body of your essay, the ideas that validate your position. In a short essay, your forecast statement could identify the subject of each paragraph in the body of the essay. For longer essays, exceeding 2.5 pages, your forecast statement will identify the subjects of sections that you will take up in more than one paragraph. A working thesis for such an assignment might look at the following. The NHL must deter violent acts through the strict and consistent enforcement of rules. To do so, it must clearly distinguish instances of acceptable physical contact from acceptable acts of violence. The forecast statement implies 4 subjects to be discussed in subsequent paragraphs. Okay. We'll get through this. I haven't read through all of this. I skimmed it, but now I'm seeing that like initially I'm just like, oh yeah, write a 750 word essay on like this topic. I can do that, but now I'm looking through this and there's more like specific things that it wants. So it's probably my better interest to actually like read through this a bit more than initially I was. Okay, so. All right. Forecast statement implies 4 subjects to be discussed in subsequent paragraphs. So 1, consistent enforcement of... Wait, what? Why am I... okay, hold on. The forecast statement implies 4 subjects to be discussed in the subsequent paragraphs. 1, consistent enforcement of rule... I was just talking about the examples of the hockey thing I was talking about before. Okay. You will not arrive at the final version of your thesis until you have composed a draft of your essay. As the most important statement of your essay, the thesis should be examined and revised at each stage of the drafting process. Yeah. Okay. For essay 1, the rhetoric analysis, you've been asked to evaluate the relative effectiveness with which the author develops her thesis. For your own thesis, then, you will adopt one of 3 basic positions. The author develops the thesis successfully, not successfully, or partially successful, like only some aspects of the argument work. Of course, you must develop this position into a specific detailed thesis, including the author's name and forecast statement, blah, 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 blah. Okay, body paragraphs. I require you to analyze the editorial of your choice in relation to the rhetorical appeals. The persuasive strategies of logos, pathos, and ethos used by the author. As you reread and make notes on the editorial, you should list not only instances of evidence, but also the type. Yep. But you should consider the following matters as you begin. Okay, so logos. Yeah, okay, just going over what these are. I kind of get the concept, so I can skip over that. So, genre. So, as an editorial, okay. Please do not ignore the genre of your subject. So, it is an editorial, a relatively concise work featured in a periodical or expressing the reader's opinion on a subject of current interest. Because they are addressing a literate but general audience, editorial writers follow conventions that you will not find in the genre of the academic article. In an editorial, the writer will use informal language, idioms, contractions. And first-person pronoun is foregrounded in a way that is not in academic writing. Academic writing scrutinizes and documents evidence, often the work of other specialists in the same field, meticulously. Editorials are not required to cite evidence to the same hold on. Yeah, okay. What was I just saying? So, I lost my spot. Often the work of other specialists and editorials are not required to cite evidence to the same extent and in the same manner. The citing of sources is omnipresent in academic writing. I'm not reading. I was like reading without paying attention to what it's actually reading, just saying words. Editorials are not required to cite evidence to the same extent and in the same manner. Yeah, so, which usually does not offer the bibliographical information necessarily to the academic article. The purpose of academic writing is to contribute to the existing topic sentences. You should place topic sentences. Yeah, I get how. Yep, I get how topic sentences work. It allows you to. I'm just skimming through to see like the most important, like you must do this, you must do this. Everything else I can ramble my way through, hopefully. I have no idea what my thesis is going to be yet, but I'll figure that out in but a moment. So, effective topic sentence, make an assertion about it. Wait, that. In a persuasive essay, effective topic sentence will both identify the subject of the paragraph and make an assertion about it. Okay. A specific and detailed topic sentence will help maintain paragraph cohesence. Each. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Body of the paragraph. So, introduce the evidence, present the evidence, comment on the relative effectiveness of the evidence. Yeah. So, okay. Here's the thing here, though. So, I basically need like a quotation or paraphrase in each body paragraph, which makes sense. Okay. Citations. Include the all paraphrases and must open with a okay. I'll figure that out later. So, concluding sentences. Avoid the temptation to simply restate your topic paragraph. That's what I always do. No. Develop your argument in an orderly manner. You do not need to create hooks from one paragraph to the next. Each new paragraph should seem like the next logical step in your paper. So this should be more of like a transition-y statement, I guess. Effective concluding statements will sum up the thought that you have developed in the paragraph, while you should also repetition of phrases at specific points in your paragraph. Think of the concluding sentence as opening with the phrase "as a result." Yeah, so yeah, being a conclusion-y thing. Should not include quotations. Makes sense. Blah 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 blah. Paragraph length. Open with a topic sentence. Introduce. You can see that in such paragraphs will contain 4 or more sentences, which often features paragraphs. A shorter paragraph must be expanded. Try to avoid paragraphs that contain 8 or 9 sentences. Really? I guess I only have 750 words to work with, so I guess that makes sense. Incoherence. So the 5. Instead, draw conclusions from your argument in the whole conclusion thing. Yeah. You can also relate an anecdote that reveals your personal connection to. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's all that reading. Well. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that was something just important to go through. I just need like what specific sort of requirements I need in regards to writing this essay. So now we gotta actually write this thing. I don't want to do this, but I have to. Okay, so I don't know to what extent no one watching this is really gonna help me write an essay, but I don't know to what extent I can make this slightly more entertaining than just me writing away. Well, me talking and being enthusiastic can help a little bit. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna have to go through and I don't want to go through and read this whole thing. I'm also tired. So this is the whole thing. It's only slightly over 2 pages, but so again, I'm not writing an argumentative essay about the topic per se. I'm looking at how well the person who wrote the essay is, how well they made their points, like how well they made their arguments, and like did they argue their point good or did they not argue their point good, and in specific relation to the 3 modes of persuasion, as I see there. So credibility, emotion, and logic. So I basically need to talk about all 3, like one in each paragraph, and I need to have this overall thesis thing I'm trying to prove. I mean, in a very generic sense, my thesis will be like, yes, they proved their point well, but with more fleshed out than just saying that, or like, yes, they did, or no, they didn't, pretty much. Okay. Well, I think, okay, I'm going to be ready this in a second, but first I need to take a quick break, so I'm going to go do that, and then be back, and then actually get into writing this thing, hopefully. So, be back in about a moment. Why? Enjoy my fancy outro music on loop. Yeah. All right, I'm back. Let's write ourselves an essay. Well, let's do this. All right. I don't know. Whatever. Here. Okay. So, I went over the. Everything's still going good here. Yes, I think so. Okay. So we, to recap, I guess, to no one but myself. So it's a 700 to 750 word essay. How much words is? How many pages does 750 words kind of cover? So this whole thing. Let me just see. Okay. How many words is this, roughly? I'm just curious to see. So this is 1,102. So what? That's not even okay. I mean, yeah, okay. An actual thing that would be it'd be split up by more paragraphs. But you basically see how much I can reduce this to. So like this. So I need to write basically this many words. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is set up the kind of the formatting of this. I usually put my name at the top there, and then I don't have a title yet, but we're gonna put the thing that's gonna be in place of the title. Okay. This. Let's go 16. I usually use Lilawadi. I probably shouldn't. Should I use just Times New Roman? I'm going to use this for now. It's a font I like using. Lilawadi. Also sounds like it could be like a Pokemon or something. Oh, we jumped up to 5 viewers for that now. Okay. Hello. Hi, people who may be here. We're writing I'm a Unity game developer person, but right now we're writing an essay. Hold on. While there's a few people here, before you click off, bam, look at cool, complicated stuff. Oh, I never went out of play mode on this. I should do that. Is there anything I meant to reset? Hopefully not. We're making, this is a AI tag game, you chasing an AI. Oh, I still have the, my, test camera here. Hold on. Let me, go a little bit not having this one, and a little bit having, this back, that's being normal. Whammo. Wham! There's a very distinct lack of polish right now, but oh, ignore that camera in the bottom right. That was also a testing thing. But we got just the ability to play tag with an AI here. I can tag him. Sometimes there's a bit of randomness in his AI, which does sometimes lead him to just run right at the player. That's still stuff to be ironed out. But you can see in my little testing cam in the bottom right corner of him trying to chase the player, including jumping, which is really cool. Oh. Doesn't work too well if I fall down, but no, he's making he's in pursuit. Oh my god. Okay, get away from me. We go this way. We got a lot of map to play around with. Although, oh my god, he's there. Oh, he really was juking around to cut me off. Okay, I can run in my little maze here. Yeah. Stay away. Oh, he is so perfect in his following. I don't know if that might not be a good thing, but, well, for now it's fine. Oh, he's right behind. Oh, God. Right now, the top floor, it doesn't work. It's not programmed into his AI, so he doesn't know that up here exists. So that's a bit of a problem, but, but so that's cool. Very cool. And okay, there's other people are gone now. That's fine. This is why I need to make this. No, it's fine. I just saw my view count. Right now it's at 3, which I'm pretty sure is it's my phone, me looking at my own stream, and oh, he tagged me. Startled me a little bit. Wasn't that bad that time. And then probably I think one other person that's probably lurking around. But I just saw it jump to 5, so I'm like, gotta quickly try and reel in people who might be interested in my actual programming stuff. I think one thing that'll make this look better is having this, be more polished and more, looking visually good. So that's why one thing I said is just making this look a bit more visually appealing sooner than later will just make more people likely to join the Twitch stream. So that's that. All right, I can go out of this. Although I would like to, my backwards cam, let me just kind of get rid of that. Maybe replace this with the top-down cam. Have this at, this should be at 100 so you see. There, and then let me just kind of test that for 2 seconds. Then we'll get to writing this essay. So after I finish that, then I can get back to actually just working on this properly. So the one thing that would maybe be a problem with, with that bottom cam is that the upper floors do kind of make it so you can't see as well. But that is something that can be figured out. Well, yeah, but we'll figure out sort of what we actually want to do with a top-down camera. Well, I mean, I kind of wanted like a mini map, and that camera does help with being able to find the AI a little bit. I would like to, bam, tagged him. Now he's coming after me. Should be anyway. Yep, here he comes. Well, in a moment. I actually run down here, maybe. The only way he can get here is from this jump. We were having some difficulties with whether or not he can actually make this jump, but let's just have a test here. See if he can make this. Oh no, where'd he go? Is he coming? Where's... over here? Oh, he kind of got stuck. Hopefully it's fine. I might basically... I have an idea of how I can fix that. Just a small little thing of if he... So, he gets stuck when he tries to jump a gap and he falls sometimes. What could help with that is basically just... If he spends longer than like 10 seconds trying to go towards one current destination, that probably means that he's stuck. So then just re-randomize... Like, pick a new place that he's trying to go. That should fix him up a little bit, but ideally he never breaks those jumps. But, oh, he is right on my tail. That is one thing. He is really good with following, which I kind of want, because I want, So yeah, one thing again. He doesn't know that up here exists. So, he don't know how to handle this. If I'm here, though, he should be able to get to me now. Or, me going out of his range may have broken him a little. Okay, there's also that loop that he gets in. That's going to be harder to test for. If sometimes maybe he gets caught going just back and forth between like the same points. But I don't know how I would handle that. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of tweaking that can be done, but we'll get to that in due time. Can I jump on this? I can. Oh, just barely. That's not intentional, but I mean, why the heck not? So I can jump on here, and then can I jump across to here? No. Yeah, I should be able to. I can also tweak the level itself as much, like to my heart's content. Can I jump over here? Oh, I almost can. Let me just try that real quick. I can jump to there, I think. I don't like that. Or I would like to have more paths to go. I want this to be very open. So I would kind of maybe like from this circle platform to be able to jump over there if we want, and to jump over there if we want. Oh, he's definitely having some problems. I think some of the problems might be. I don't actually know if I have a pathfinding thing here. So I think I'm in another place where he doesn't know exists. Maybe. I'm not sure. He's doing his thing though. Got you. Now he chases me. Boom. And he runs away. And I get frozen for a second when there's the kind of change of who's it and who's not it. I also really want to see... Hold on, let me try one thing. I'm pretty sure this still isn't working. I need to get back to my essay. I will. Gosh darn it. This will eventually support being able to have multiple AIs in the same level. So if I duplicate him and do this... I mean, ideally, this isn't going to work right now. I think there's still some bugs with it, but bugs that we're going to hopefully fix at some point. But eventually, imagine if this worked. It would be great. It's not going to work right now. They're both going to just charge forward because their AI is going to break, right? No, wait, what? Oh. What? Wait. I got errors, but they're both running. What? I want to find blue guy. Where did blue guy go? Like, I have an error in the console. They should both be breaking a lot more, but they're not. Huh? I don't know where blue guy went, though. I want to find him. Without him, like, me turning around and then he's, like, right up in my face. That would be a good thing. Hello? Blue guy? Blue AI guy? Where are you? I'm curious, though. Actually, that it still kind of ran without me getting an error. Or, sorry, like, I got an error, but it didn't, like, prevent the game from running at all. I don't know where the blue guy went. He went somewhere, but he did turn and move in a direction, which is surprising, to say the least. So let me just see. I just want to see what errored, if this is a quick fix of something being null that shouldn't be null or what have you. Waiting for Visual Studio to open. We'll get back to this essay in a moment. I do need to do that, and then once I do that, then I can do this just all weekend, pretty much. Literally, well, I have one other thing to do that's due like October 5th, but I might do that earlier. Okay, so what errored specifically? It's behind my head, but I'm not caring to move the console right this moment. So object reference. So yeah, it's a null reference at 1:15 of this script, I think. At new end destination. Oh, really? Wait, you didn't even open the right script. Open up the one that I want. Here. Okay, so it closest path, farthest object. So there, I think, is an error in it closest path being null. But why? Why would that be the case? But it got here, though, from wherever it started, which is interesting. I'm curious of one thing. Let me just try one other thing. If I delete red guy AI and have just the blue one, will it work? Or I'm curious. It will still. So no. So he does. So he no, there's a null reference exception. Why? But having just the one, having just red guy, there is no errors. Right? There wasn't. What? Why? What? That's weird. So when also this got called twice. I actually don't know where from. Hold on, let me move the console so you all can see it. So this got called twice, even with this one AI, when it shouldn't actually have, like, or that's maybe a bad performance thing. That well, let me fix that first. So it closest waypoint change, new end destination, and it character change. Oh, I get why that happened. How would I fix that? Actually, move this over here, and this over here, and this on the end. So I know why it happened. I'm trying to think if there's a way I can have that be better. On the first frame of the game, there's things that are being set to null. There's things that are null that shouldn't be. I'm just trying to think of how I can. So specifically, the two scenarios that make the AIs pick a new place to go is basically here when the per character that was it changes, and here when the closest path to the it character changes. So I could do what I should be doing is having, so both of these only run because I'm just trying to think of what would be the best thing to do here. I mean, it's not the end of the world that they're being called twice. I just like if there's a quick way I could have it not get called twice on start without breaking it for everything else. That would be a good thing. But I also don't know why duplicating the AI broke it. Nothing should have changed with them. I don't know, but I'll figure it out, hopefully. So unless I don't know, had Also trying to think of a thing that's not going to break it when the character is it, because this needs to work both if an AI starts being it or starts with not being it. Just trying to think of if I care about both these being run or not. It character, closest path finding. So I do need to... I need to update this. So, like, on start, I do want to update this, I think. Unless... I can't think of an easy solution to this right now, but I shouldn't even be doing this right now. I'm trying to be like, oh, there's something I can do here to quickly do this so that the double AI will work, but not now. I need to do this. I can do this all I want after I do this essay. Let me go no. Let me go no, and let me start writing an essay because I need to do this, and then I can get back to that with no problems. So we got a temporary title, and then we got the words afterwards. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is, let me find. Hold on one second. I gotta pause for one more moment. Be right back. Alrighty, let's do this thing. Wait, lab coat. Gotta wear this at all times that I am streaming. I have no other reason to have this other than for video-related things. And, well, old Halloween costumes, but, you know. Actually, that's what I originally got this for. It was 1 year of a, this is 1 year for Halloween, dressing up as a mad scientist, and I just kept the lab coat. And this is though a real lab coat that, like, well, anyone at my resident or what campus, anything on my campus. What am I trying to say? At my university, people who have like chemistry classes need this type of lab coat. So I got it from that place where people who would be actually using them for their classes. But except I have no classes where I've ever had to need one of these, but I got one anyway because lab coats are cool. And I gotta make it my brand. That if you remember one thing about me, it's just like, was that idiot with the lab coat? No. But yeah, that. Anyways, let's write ourselves an essay so I can get back to my cool programming stuff. Well, I don't know if that's what immediately I'll do next, but probably not to finish my test level. I want to finish my test level and then might take a small break to do some other schoolwork stuff. But that's like not due till later, but at least if I get my test level done, then I can share it with all you guys, and you can play it while I then finish other things I gotta do. So, yeah, something along those lines. All right, so. Not this. Speaking of which, speaking of that, but that's not what we're doing now. Let me bring back up. Is all this stuff streaming good? Cool. So again, like not wanting to write this, but ugh. Oh, did I close the? I closed the thing? No, I didn't. Here it is. So I've got to recap, I guess, or something like that. Is that I got to read this? I already read it like a week ago, but I don't have to reread it because I don't remember any of it. And I'm not writing an essay really about. Well, I'm writing an essay about this, but not about the topic of this other person's paper. But more specifically, I'm having to just look at this person's paper and write an essay about how well they argued their points. It's not about whether the points are right or wrong or whatever, but it's about how well did they argue their points. And looking at like the three persuasive whatchamacallits, modes of persuasion with ethos, pathos, and logos. That's how those are pronounced. That have to do with credibility, logic, and emotion stuff. And I gotta basically have one paragraph about each of these. And yeah. So first I gotta figure out what side I'm taking. Is that, do I think that this person has argued their points good? Which means I have to reread this. So I've been like putting this off, but no, okay. Oh, 5 viewers. Hello. Hi, I'm writing an essay right now for a school project. And then I'll be getting back to cool programming stuff. Ooh, cool programming stuff over here. Super complicated AI pathfinding stuff to have a game of tag. That soon we're gonna make this look fancier art-wise, but we haven't yet. I still gotta finish actually making that test level. There's bits and pieces of it that are missing. But before I do that, I gotta write an essay for a school thing. So I don't know why I'm streaming this, but because I can. And then just I did have more time of being streaming to I don't know, get more exposure or something along those lines. But no, let's get this done real quick, and then I can move on to basically spend all weekend just working on the game. So in doing this, I don't need to keep recapping. I keep recapping for whoever cares. No one cares. If I can just finish this essay and get back to the cooler things. So I gotta read this though and write an essay about how well this person argued their points. Not talking. Well, I'm going to use examples of stuff that they say, but it's not about really like, this is about like, yeah, the way that we eat is killing us in the planet, whatever. Climate change stuff and food related stuff. I'm not making an essay about that. I'm making an essay just about how well this person argued their points, yada yada. 750 words. This is a second year class, but I'm in my fourth year, so there's that too. Alrighty, so the way we eat is killing us and the planet. I guess to be entertaining, because I gotta make this somewhat entertaining, both to myself and you guys, I'll read this in an amazing voice. This is practice for me being an announcer-y voice type person. But okay, why the heck not? Alright, the global food system is causing an ecological and health catastrophe. Individual action won't be enough. The distinguished medical journal, The Lancet, has issued not one, but 2 apocalyptic warnings about our food in under a month. One of its special commissions reported earlier this month that civilization itself was at risk of the events of the current food system on both human health and Earth's ecosystems. This week comes the next installment from another special Lancet commission, which finds the pandemics of obesity and malnutrition are interacting with climate change in a feedback loop and represent an existential threat to humans and the planet. The modern Western diet has become a highly damaging thing that needs a complete overhaul if we are to avoid potential ecological catastrophe. Doing a great job at this. Ecological catastrophe. It concluded that we need to have global meat consumption and more than double the volume of whole grains, pulses, nuts, fruits, and vegetables we eat. So I do each paragraph in a new voice. I can do that. I'm just laughing at myself being an idiot. Don't mind me. Q, how? No, what? All right. Okay. Q howls of I can't stop laughing at myself. All right. Well, Q howls of indigenation. All right. From Big Food and its cheerleaders, the libertarians write. Q howls of those nanny statists have gone nuts eating their own double dose of nuts. Cue cries of distress from champions of local low-impact agriculture who include grass-fed animals in their meat and manure in their sustainable mix. These self-appointed experts don't understand farming. Cue grim food wheels with only a quarter of a rasher of bacon or a fifth of an egg a day. Those miserablest medics want us all to go vegan. Yet the evidence that our diets are the cause of climate change and 30% of total greenhouse... Wait, did I miss... Oh, no. Yeah. Yet the evidence that our diets are the leading cause of climate change and biodiversity loss is now overwhelming. The global food system is responsible for up to 30% of total greenhouse gas emissions. The livestock sector, on its own, accounting for about half of that total, or 14.5%. The modern Western way of eating is also making very large numbers of people fat and sick as other parts of the world adopt it. Diet-related diseases now cause roughly 11 million deaths a year as preventable cancers, health disease, and strokes, obesity. Bit my gum a little bit there. Like the side of my mouth. More than what was I lost my spot. Diet-related diseases now cause roughly 11 million deaths a year as preventable cancers, heart disease, and strokes, obesity, and diabetes. Why can't I talk? I'm struggling so much with just reading. Well, reading out loud in trying to be slightly entertaining voice, I guess, for no real reason. Diabetes has spread along with our way of eating. More than 800 million people are estimated to be chronically undernourished, and 2 billion people suffer from micronutrient deficiencies. Yet at the same time, 2 billion are overweight or obese. In poorer countries, you can even find obesity and stunting within the same family, as calorie-heavy but nutrition-light processed industrialized foods are adopted. In other words, something has gone horribly wrong, and we don't have much time to fix it. The so-called reference diet, published in the first Lancet report, has caused uproar in some quarters. This is a theoretical attempt to answer the Malthusian question. If the global population reaches 10 billion by 2050, as is anticipated, will there be enough food to meet everyone's basic nutritional needs without cutting down more forest, polluting more water courses, and generally destroying the planet? The answer it comes up with is yes, but only if we share things out differently and stop feeding a quarter of the world's grain to animals. The reference diet models each person globally having 14 grams of red meat a day, 29 grams of chicken, a fraction of an egg, 250 grams of dairy, a little fat or oil, very little sugar, and lots of grains and lentils, vegetables, and nuts. And here's where the trouble begins, because Calculated day by day and universally, these allocations make for a pretty depressing plateful. They contain some odd judgments. Why favor industrialized chicken? Why palm oil? There are plain weird if you try to. They are plain weird if you try to interpret them as daily instructions without thinking about the diet as a whole or what's available to people locally. Hence the 1/5 of an egg, a quarter rasher of bacon. The people don't shop and eat by numbers and fractions. The fact that nutrition epidemiology, the study of patterns in diet and disease, has got it wrong before does not help. Remember when fears about dietary cholesterol were used to condemn eggs? These instructions sound top-down, and worse, appear to throw responsibility back to the individual. But that is to miss the point of these instructions. They are calculations that give a sense of scale of the problem and a science-based framework for political action. Contrary to some claims, the Lancet Commission that undertook the modeling supported by the philanthropic EAT Foundation received no funding from industry. And the uncomfortable truth is that meat, and specifically the meat from intensively fed livestock, processed in the way it is generally in the Western diet, is a hotspot when it comes to greenhouse gas emissions and ill health. Well-produced meat and dairy can have a place, but it will be a small one, and it is expensive. Our diets are out of the kilter, and with what's good for both us and the planet, because our powerful vested interest and misplaced economic incentives have driven them in that direction. And this is the thesis underlying the Commission's fundings. The equivalent of $500 billion in agricultural subsidies goes each year to the wrong sort of food: corn, soya, meat, and dairy, as cheap raw materials for intensive livestock productions and for highly processed foods. About $5 trillion a year goes in subsidies to the fossil fuels which industrialized agriculture uses so profligately. Big Food has spent hundreds of millions advertising unhealthy food and lobbying to block the sort of measures that might help shift consumption. Although individuals can make a difference by modifying their diet and send clear demands for action to politicians, we cannot redraw the food system on our own. That will require not just governments, but global agreement. The Lancet says the problem is so big and so urgent, we need an intergovernmental convention to agree a way forward. In the way that the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change or the World Health Organization's Framework Convention on Tobacco Control have. Interesting. Expect plenty of hysterical, dark money opposition on that. To that. The Lancet, founded in the 19th century, caused uproar back then by publishing the unwelcome news that food was routinely adulterated. It has once again kickstarted vital debate about how we eat. It all sounds too gloomy. It's worth remembering that the modern Western diet is a recent invention. Separation from livestock from the land that only took off in the 1950s, thanks to cheap energy to keep animals housed, to the synthetic fertilizers increasing grain productions for feed, and to mass production of antibiotics to control disease. It's not so very long since most people ate the way that we now need to rediscover. Okay, so that is me reading the essay. Now I gotta kind of plan things around that. So first I need to decide, so I need this, basically the overall, start kind of playing things. So argued well, question mark. I need to decide, do I think that this whole point was argued well or not? And then also, which I'm a little unsure of, I don't have an answer to that immediately. I'm kind of leaning towards no, but I don't know. There's some things I kind of not disagree with, but like, I don't know. Let me but then also I need to then have one paragraph on each of the three modes of persuasion. So we got ethos, and we'll see what order they end up being in, but I can sort of then plan sort of what I want each paragraph to be about, and then hopefully come up with a how I want to combine them later, and then come up with a proper like thesis about this. So yeah, ethos has to do with credibility. One thing that seemed a little I don't know. Or one thing specifically over in the, where was it? Here. Just, like, there's a bunch of numbers here with no backing behind them. Like, I get that it's not like a big research essay thing. Or it's not like an academic journal where you need like all these sources. But there's just, I don't know, so many numbers here. It's just like, this part specifically, it's like, here's a number, here's a number, here's a number, here's a number, here's a number. Over and over and over. It doesn't even say where these numbers are coming from, even in like a small way. Like, it doesn't say like, you know, this thing said, like, it's not even that there's like a lack of like, it does not that it has to be like a quote or something. It just doesn't even say at all where it gets those numbers. So they could be exaggerated or whatever. Who knows? There's no credibility to like the truth of those numbers. I mean, I could just take the word for it of them being true, but so ethos. So first thing that comes to mind here. So I'm going to lean towards no, and more so about manipulative to persuade. It's like, how do you spell persuade? I think I got it right there. So ethos has to do with credibility. Let me actually write the like credibility. This is just kind of my planning for right now. Pathos is emotion, and logos is logic. And I gotta do at least one thing where, not necessarily one of these points, but if I say no, I've gotta at least do like one thing of talking about like, okay, here's at least like one thing that was argued good. Not that it has to be like the entirety of logos that was argued good necessarily, but yeah. Actually, I might, if anything, lean more towards emotion, because I'm gonna basically say that like it feels very like so credibility. So credibility. Tons of random numbers used to make point without any explanation of where they came from. Now, let's do a bit more rambling. I might be able to convert more to actual essay stuff. Like now, considering the genre of the paper, it makes sense that not every part of it is extremely documented on exactly. I don't say where it came from twice. I don't know if there's a way I can reword that, but is there a better way I can kind of reword this? So now, considering the genre of the paper, it makes sense that not every part of it is extremely documented on where the facts came from. It's a better way of wording this, but it makes sense that extremely. Yeah, considering it makes sense that not every aspect of it is filled with quotations and paraphrasing from other papers. That being said, there should be at least some semblance of credibility given to the numbers presented, especially when so many are placed back to back. So something along these lines. This isn't necessarily gonna be it just me rambling out my brain into paper. So emotion, essay seemed like, so like this paper, certain parts of it certain parts of it seem very manipulative, considering the author wants people to see his way when it comes to, I guess it's like kind of like eating less meat, or just like to changing their diets. It makes sense that I'm definitely like rewording thing up here, but that's okay. I can kind of reword stuff later. Why does Twitch says I only have one viewer right now? That can't be true because I have one viewer from myself. Fine then. Well, actually, I don't know if there's like a certain amount of like, you know, if I don't touch anything in the stream for too long. Like if I don't interact with the window, then maybe it goes down. But, okay, so considering that it makes sense that that the author would want to steer people his way to see his towards his side. However, there, like, mainly, okay, I don't need to maybe type this out in like full sentence form here, but mainly like the one part down here specifically about like lists a lot of things that sound very bad, and then goes like, while like that sounds bad, but it's like really not, something along that. Well, then why did he word it to sound bad? Like to have that kind of manipulative thing about it. Now logic, I don't know what I would have in logic here though, but I will say though, so I'm saying that like parts of it seem manipulative, but I would say that he did succeed in doing that. Like, so he did successfully, like, okay, so I think that like, So actually, I have two ways I could take this paper, and I think it's going to depend on how I do logic. So, because I basically want like a 2 out of 3 kind of thing, where 2 of these are one way and one of them is the other way, like the one counterpoint. So I do want to. So if I'm saying that did he argue his points well? I'm thinking that credibility-wise, not really. Like mainly is just throwing all these facts out there without backing them. He doesn't do that everywhere. Just mainly like this area specifically kind of makes you go like, You just list a bunch of numbers back to back, but you don't say where they came from, or like you're just kind of. It feels like just saying numbers for the sake of saying numbers. Saying numbers for the sake of saying numbers, as if that adds credibility. So I think this is almost a failed attempt at adding credibility. So that's why I'm saying that this is not argued well. But the manipulative part, while I personally disagree with it, it does work, I guess. And him trying to prove his point, like by making things seem all doom and gloom, it's almost like he's pushing like, you have to see my way or you're all gonna die. That's the like extreme form of that. Yeah, so that's that. Which then means logic is let me look at the other kind of sub parts of that. So facts, figures, case studies. In ethos, I can also talk about the tone, but I kind of leave more of that for the emotion part of it. But reasoning or augmentation. So how do I think he did with his logic? I also found this part really weird. Or not weird, I should say. I disagree with the intention behind the wording, I suppose. Like, he talks about, like, we need to do this, like, to save the planet, to save the food industry. And then he's like, cue all, the big companies being like, don't do this, lobbying this left and right, it's all gonna, like, they're all gonna be so they're gonna be so against this, it's all awful, That's what this paragraph is. And then he goes, yet, we have to do this. They're gonna disagree, but we have to do it anyway. Due to all this amazing evidence that especially right here, that makes it even more stupid, where he's like, yet, look at all this, we've got all this good evidence, and then he's just like, number, where do these numbers come from? I don't know, they might come from somewhere, or maybe, like, if they did, like, there's no, like, I know like, with what this paper is for, it doesn't have to be filled with all these, sources, but you should have something, especially if you're gonna have, like, all these numbers back to back. At least, like, just have a little bit of, like, where did you get these numbers? Even if just in the most rough sense. He talks about this one journal, The Lancet, but that doesn't have to do with, like, these numbers. It's not that they came from The Lancet necessarily. And if they did, then he didn't say that at all. This was written in 2019 as well. Interesting. Okay. He's also said, so individual action, he's also trying to, like, that won't be enough. Ooh. Okay, so, but his logic, though, I'm just trying to decide if that's going to be, like, the make or break thing of, like, do I say overall the arguments, he argued well or no? But I'm kind of leaning towards no, but I need to come up with a good reason of why his logic is flawed. I need to either argue that his logic is flawed or that his logic is good. Ideally, like, I sort of go down that route. So the logic of his argument, his reasoning and his proof. And at this part, I would also look at the structure of it. Okay, so I can also talk about not so much his logic and reasoning, I mean a little bit of that, but more so is the structure of his paper done well. Okay, so this might be able to say, I might be able to say no. So, individual, like, so I'm gonna say, like, good start. This is where I can talk about that second paragraph. So like, bad structure of paper, which then allows me to go to say no overall. So this is no, yes, no. And even this is mostly no, but there's, like, hints of yes in it, if that makes sense. Okay, so good start, and then, like, but his overall structure, mainly, this, so I'm gonna call it the Q paragraph. Q seems like overkill to, for his point that all the big this is basically just like big industries will go against, his idea. Or Felicity Lawrence, is that a girl? I think it might be a girl. Let me Google her. Him. Them. It is a girl, okay. Well, yeah. I guess I'll change these then. Okay. Well. Okay. So seems like overkill for his point that all big industries will go against his idea. When at that point he hasn't really said. Well. So he starts. by about how we need to change, but it's not until paragraph blank, I'll figure that out in a moment, where he actually states his solution to the problem. What may have been better would have been to state his solution in the first, closer to the beginning, then delve into why this solution needs to happen then circle back to going more in depth with his solution, whatever. I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm believing what I'm saying. Like, I don't care, like, with having the solution first or having it later or whatever. I just need something to write about. I don't know what actually, if this is a better thing to do or not. I think so, maybe. Okay, so I guess this is kind of how I structure this. So overall, I had to figure out what my kind of thesis thing is going to be, but the overall is that no. So did he argue his point well? No. And I don't know what thesis I kind of get out of that, but my main things that I then talk about in whatever order is that he I guess also I should look at these and almost like, which is my best point here in terms of like, I think, like, are his arguments good? I think the structure of the essay is kind of the weaker point, so it's almost the one I want to start off on, like work from the weakest points towards the strongest points, but also this is like good, bad, good. Well, and even this has some bad in it, but I think this might be a better order. Like, first talk about like that the logic is flawed, the way that it's structured, or something like that, and then go into the how along with this structure, the structure is also used a little bit to make it seem manipulative, and I can use that as kind of a segue from one topic to the other, because of the mainly the way that he goes back and forth of like, it's all doom and gloom, blah blah blah, but it's not as bad as it sounds, blah blah blah. And let's do this solution. It does like some of that going on, and then kind of go towards like the biggest point, which is just that how much of a lack of credibility there is in terms of what he's saying. Not a ton everywhere, like not that it's all like bad credibility. Mainly, let me find like a better maybe other example of it. But it's mainly just like this area here of like the evidence of why we need to change. And talking about like the real world application of like this paper, I'm not gonna go into like whether or not I agree or disagree with what he's saying. I mean, like his point does seem, I guess, like it makes sense in terms of just the overall like, yeah, probably need to. The food industry needs to do a better job or whatever, but that's not what I'm here to argue. I'm here to argue whether he argued that point well, which is no, I'm saying. So irrespective of whether you agree with him or not, it's did he argue his point well? And I think no. So I think that's where I'm leaning on this. But let me find a better, like if there's another example in here. So this is my main example here of just like having all these facts that are just numbers of things that are relevant supposedly, but then don't really, like, they could just be made up. They could be like, you know, where are the numbers coming from? They could be like a few years old or like blah blah blah. There's a lack of credibility from that. So let me see if I can find a better, like, a second example. If I can find 2 examples, that should be pretty good. So he talks about this reference diet. This is something he does, I would say, is a credible thing of, like, he does say where this comes from, but then kind of talks about why it's kind of weird in how it's worded or something like that, I guess. But that is to miss the point of this. He does the same thing. He's done the same thing twice. Where he's like, look at how bad this is, but wait, it's not actually that bad. And here he does that 3 times. Oh my god, that's funny. 3 times. Let me put this more like down here in this kind of like other section that so 3 separate times in the paper, he makes something sound bad, then goes back around to say like something like, you know, this isn't as bad as it sounds. And those 3 examples are when he, right at the very beginning, says we need to change how we eat. All the basically, like, lots of people will hate that and complain, and say it's not true, but look at all this evidence that it is true. The second time, let me kind of go like this. The second time was when he goes, where was it? This is that here's the, like, ideal diet for a human. Look at how bad it is, but it's actually not as bad as it sounds. And then he also goes, at the very bottom, he here's the situation with the bad food, or with the kind of like food industry and climate change, industry and climate change. We're all gonna die, but it's not. It's literally like, it's not. Wait. This is a recent thing we can change. Literally, I find that hilarious. I don't know how I'm going to be able to incorporate this into my essay, but I think that's funny that that's 3 separate times for 3 different reasons that he basically goes, look at this thing, look at how bad it is, and then, but here's why it's not bad. And then, like, look at this thing, look how bad it is, but it's not that bad. He literally does that 3 times, and I think that's funny. I think that would go more in, So that could either be part of logic in terms of talking about the bad structure, and that's kind of what I have with this Q paragraph. And maybe I dropped the thing about having the solution first or whatever. That's kind of like a weak point. It's something I can mention, but or I can talk more about, or I can put this more into the emotion thing. It's kind of a bit of both, but I do need to structure the paragraphs kind of by their these things. So which is it more a part of? I mean, I think it's kind of. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk about the solution thing for a whole paragraph in logic, but in emotion, I think I could ramble more about how supposedly manipulative it is. It's hard to say. So these points, this point of his thing that he repeats himself in doing, but it is a kind of manipulative tactic to go, look how bad this is, but whatever. Look how bad this is, but whatever. But it's not. Actually, I more so want to talk about in the emotion one, it being trying to manipulate you towards his point by saying how bad the things are. But that's not all of these examples. Some of these examples, like this one, is actually almost like looking bad against his point, because he's trying to, if anything, go towards the eat better, do this ideal diet thing. But he does start by saying, like, look at how this ideal diet thing, look at how it doesn't make sense, look at how it's like how terrible it is. But it's actually not as bad as it sounds. So this is almost a kind of, I don't know if it's almost like an accidental manipulating kind of away from his point, the other way, a little bit. I mean, until you, like when you first are reading that part of when he's saying about how bad, how much it, like, doesn't make sense. And how it doesn't make sense. So that might be something more to talk about in the logic section. So I think I'm going to put more of this in the logic section. That's going to kind of increase my argument there. And I might drop this stuff about the moving a solution. I'll have to see kind of how much I word in that. Okay, so this is going to be how I do this. And then it also is nice then having, like, I can probably use the end of this as a way to segue into the manipulative part. And then I don't know how I'm going to transition from the emotion to the credibility. It would almost maybe be easier to transition from the, maybe like, Well, no, I want emotion to be the middle paragraph, because I want to ideally go, like, so I'm saying no, like, overall thing I'm saying no, so I kind of want to go, like I'm saying his argument is bad, or like his argument is flawed, not flawed, his argument isn't well presented, so here's a reason why what I say is correct, here's me talking about the counterpoint a little bit, sort of. Like, this is one thing that's kind of done well, depending on your views or whatever. But and then this is then another thing that's no. So I'm going like no, yes, no, kind of sandwiching that together. Which means if I want to change anything, well, I mean, I don't have to stick to that. But if I'd like to stick to that, then the only things I'd be switching around is either I could go talk about credibility first, and then the emotion stuff, and then logic. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think because I still think that the credibility thing is almost the strongest point, because having that lack of credibility makes it more harder to like even if like, I don't know, even if this was structured well and had better logic. Actually, this is logos. The lack of credibility makes it harder to, I don't know, to go with what he's saying, I guess, something like that. Or I could say that, like, I'm trying to think of, like, which is the worst thing of, like, is the poor credibility worse than the flawed logic? The flawed structuring. It's like the structuring is bad and the credibility stuff is bad, or I'm saying they are anyway. Which is worse? Because the worst one I want to have be my final paragraph as like the here's the biggest point of all of them. I guess. So I'm thinking it'd be easier to argue that the credibility thing is bad. Although I'm trying to think. So either there's good credibility, good like sources and all that stuff, but the logic of the paper was all over the place. Would that be better than having this really well structured essay that has no credibility? If you're trying to, I mean, if you're really good at the pathos part of it, the manipulative part, then maybe then credibility can go out the window, because you don't need credibility. Like, you don't need credibility to like persuade someone to your side if you just are really good at being emotionally manipulative in an essay, I guess. So by that logic, but I don't know. I feel like I need a better example. I think if I'm gonna go with this being a better point, I don't have that strong of a case for the lack of credibility. Ooh, hello, William. Hi. That's an emote of like what is that? It's a person in a bear suit, possibly. Hello. We're writing an essay. Planning an essay right now, getting to the point of being about to write it. Yeah, I've just been rambling to myself for the last little bit. Well, I've been streaming for 3 hours. I haven't been working on this essay for 3 hours. I keep going back to show off this game and how cool it is, how it's coming along. But yeah, we're in the moment of going hard into planning this essay and then writing it soon, hopefully. I don't know how long this is going to take, but it needs to be 750 words. And I'm not, so this is the paper that I'm writing this essay on, but I'm not writing it about what the paper is about necessarily. Like, this has to do with like climate change in the food industry, but I'm not writing an essay about that. I'm writing an essay about, look at this guy's paper, and sounds good? Yeah. I'm looking at this guy's paper and writing an essay about how well he argues his points. And it's like, is it a well-argued paper? That's what I'm having to write about. And then why? And then going into, so these, these 3 pillars of like persuasion stuff and techniques or whatever. There's this thing called logos, which has to do with the logic of the essay. This thing, pathos, the like emotion of the essay, and ethos, the credibility of the essay. So I had to have one, like, if you, like, I'm probably gonna be doing this in like a 5-paragraph style. So basically having one body paragraph on each of those things. So that's that. I'm deciding kind of like the order now. And I'm considering swapping like this paragraph for this paragraph. And yes, I'm planning a bunch of stuff in a notepad document. This is my primary means of planning things. But yeah, okay. But my argument with this is that, or my side that I'm taking is that, is it argued well? No. I'm for reasons. I think that that I'll be typing about in a bunch in a moment, is I think the logic of the structure, I should say, not logic is in the reasoning. Reasoning's a little but the structure of the essay I think is flawed for reasons about certain parts, like or for certain parts I'll be going over in kind of what I have typed out here. The certain parts of the essay seem quite manipulative, where he's like purposely painting this like gloom and doom narrative and then like backpedaling on it for just like, he keeps doing that over and over. I think that's the really funny thing in this, is that there's 3 separate times in the paper where he makes something sound bad and then goes back to say, oh, this isn't as bad as it sounds. He does it 3 times for 3 different things, and I think that's funny. So, but that's part of why I think the logic is weird. But then also using this to kind of segue into this about the emotion being, well, the emotion thing is a thing that he definitely does in this, but that's almost that's like the one point to be able to talk about counterpoints a little bit of, like, I'm saying it's like the essay isn't well argued, to say like one thing of why it is. I'm going to talk about that it is, he does succeed in the manipulative, I don't know if manipulative is the right word that I should be using here, but that kind of he exceeds in the emotion part of it a little bit, I think. So, but not completely. But then the last bit here, this credibility. My main thing of why I think this credibility is flawed is specifically I'm trying to find a second example. Like right when you came in, I was trying to find a second good example of this. But there's one part specifically here where he's talking about like he basically is like, here's some facts about like blah blah blah, but he just basically has a bunch of random numbers like back to back to back to back to back, where he has basically like no sources whatsoever on those numbers. And not that like this isn't like this academic essay where he needs to have like all these like quotations and paraphrasing and all that. But these numbers come out of like completely out of nowhere with no semblance of like any sort of credibility at all. Not even like the tiniest hint of credibility of these numbers. They could be like completely random or like, you know. So that was the one thing I'm like, why I'm trying to say the credibility is flawed or whatever. Yeah. I should also say that like with this whole essay, I'm 100% like going to be exaggerating things compared to how I would actually think about them, I guess. So there, but I gotta have stuff to write and argue about. So that's that. So now what I was just about to try and do is find a second case of bad credibility other than just that one paragraph, ideally. I mean, he does talk about this reference style, but that is the one thing I'd say that is like he does well explain like where this stuff comes from, but then yeah. Okay, so this part here, yeah, more numbers here. Okay, so that's the second part. So so like in beginning with talking about what's yeah this thing here. So he's talking about the bad what do I call this? So like bad environmental situation. I'm gonna word this stuff better in the essay, I hope. I'm just kind of getting like my points kind of listed and out of my head. So talking about the bad environmental situation, lists a bunch of, not random, bunch of, I'm gonna for here I'm just gonna say random numbers, and then here at this part at when, oh my, hold on one second, I'm hearing lots of, that's like way in the distance, but I'm hearing a lot of like ambulances and stuff. And I mainly hear the one that's like honking a bunch. It's probably someone like not moving over or something, I don't know. Anyway, so I live like not close, but like in the ballpark of a hospital, so that's that. Okay, when talking about what was I just saying? When talking about okay, alright. And the planet, because valid interests misplaced economic incentives have driven them in that direction, and this is the thesis underlying the Commission's findings. The equivalent of no, he does kind of fact check those numbers a little bit. It's not like none. I just want to find something that allows me to have more to talk about in the credibility thing. Hold on, there's more than just credibility. I need to go look more into the ethos thing. So, personal branding, confidence in delivery, cites credible sources. Okay, so credibility / trust. Establishing personal credentials, getting the audience to trust you. Okay. So how can I talk more about how that is not good? I mean, I guess he does. I mean, he starts by talking about a medical journal. That would, I don't know, add some credibility that he's done his research on some things to some degree or whatever. Oh, he's talking about, okay, which finds... Okay, modern merchandise. Okay, so it's the Lancet Commission. That's what he's talking about down here. Not... Where does he get the reference thing? The first Lancet report had this... okay. You know, that's an interesting thing. Okay, that's an interesting thing. So he takes a lot of his credibility from the Lancet, is that how it's spelled? Lancet reports that he keeps referencing, but he even says in his paper that they've been wrong before. This thereby damages his credibility, I guess. That's the thing. He's basing a lot of his credibility based on like this one journal thing, or like this one journal or this one company, I guess, Lancet report, but like the few reports that they've done, I suppose. They received no funding when they did the thing too. So when they did this commission, they also got no funding to do it, they got no funding from from that industry specifically. So having less funding might make them more likely to cut corners because they don't have the budget to do things properly. I don't even know if I believe that, but it's something I can say for the sake of saying it in the essay. So much of writing essays like this, I don't necessarily go with my own actual point of views on these things. I just do whatever's easier to like write. What did I just say? Wait, Lancet Commission wasn't funded well this time around. That a lack of funding may make it more likely that they would have to cut corners to be able to finish, or just to do the report. Not necessarily that they did, but that's a thing that could damage credibility. Okay. What else? Am I at the point where... Okay, I think that's enough that I've fleshed out more of that paragraph. So now the order of these things. So what do I think? So I as I sort of said, let me put like this on this side, this on this side. So as I kind of said, let me put more spaces between these sections. Oh, I don't have this part fleshed out that much, but I think I have a lot more room to ramble in this paragraph. So I think that'll hopefully be easier. We'll see. And I'm going to be kind of transitioning based on stuff from the paragraph beforehand. So, my basically, is it argued well? No. I still need to come up with a proper thesis for this, but that I think is going to come more at the end of well, so no, or like just his, like his like poorly structured paper lacks credibility. Ooh, wait, hold on. I have a it historical structured paper uses emotion and manipulative tactics in place of credibility. Ho ho! I don't know. That sounds. How's that for this? Something along these lines might become the title. I don't know. Poorly structured, because then that also has pieces from all three parts, kind of. So yeah, just saying that like, he lacks credibility, so he uses emotion manipulative tactics instead, trying to paint his doom and gloom narrative, and then repeatedly going back on his point, which is also a more thing of why it's weirdly structured. Okay, interesting. So this could be like the basis for my thesis thing here. Okay, so with that said and done, I think now we start writing this thing. So is there an easy way I could have like, well, okay, now I kind of put this in here. How many words is this? 438. This is like more than half. Wait, yes, it's more than half of 750. I can count. Yeah. So. Okay. Well, so I mean, I don't even know if I want this actually in here. I might keep this in this document. Is there any easy way I can have maybe like both of these being on screen? Almost have like, oh, look at this. Can I do like this? Oh, weird. Interesting. So I guess, I mean, I don't know if I should have more so the, here, let me swap these, actually. Mostly the paper, unless the, like, mostly what I'm typing and less of the thing. And actually, I mean, it can even go like this if I want to have as much space as possible. Actually, then no, maybe not. Well, okay. Hey, pull that up a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that like there. Let's say. Okay, so title temp. We don't got a title yet. Or let me just go like using manipulative tactics in place of credibility. Bam! I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Something about that title I like. Well, in terms of just, I don't know. Because usually I'm bad at titles, so like a few times I can come up with something that's like slightly good. I'm like, yeah, woo. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so now we start writing this bad boy. So, okay, now I gotta figure out how I'm actually gonna do this. I don't like writing essays. So I'm gonna kind of start with the whole introduction. Whoa, is that too small? No, it's fine. So let's pretend we have our why can't I spell? Introduction. Conclusion. And in the middle, now we write our the rest of this. So I don't know. I don't know where best to start with this. So hold on 1 minute. Okay. Is my stream still going good? I think so. Hopefully so. Probably. Hopefully. Wow. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the best way to like go about this. I haven't actually written a proper essay in like a long time, but okay. So I also bring back up something. I have certain like I guess, guideline-y type things that I need to follow along with this essay stuff. This is worth 20% of my final grade in this class. Woo. I don't need a works cited page. An introduction that briefly, in no more than 2 sentences, summarizes the article and then has a thesis. I'm already hating this. I was hating it before, but now I'm having to actually do... Well, it's good that we got all that planning, though, I guess. Now I have a better idea of what I'm writing about specifically, so that's good. Wait, did I just happen to... Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, so I need... What else do I need here? So, I don't need to worry about the title more until, like, the end, but, introductory paragraph. Can I don't know if I can successfully start at the introduction. Well, I think from my planning, maybe I can now. I can try anyway. And I can rough it out more and then go back. Okay, so the introduction, concise, must not be all that hurt. Okay. For a short paper, which this is, a 4 or 5 sentence introduction will suffice. Really? Okay, so it's telling me to stick to 4 or 5 sentences, so I guess that's what I gotta do. And again, this is only 750 words, and I gotta have 5 paragraphs, so it makes sense that each paragraph can't be too long, especially the introduction and the conclusion, because most of the meat of the essay is in the body paragraphs. So, okay, so opening sentence. Try to avoid sweeping statements at the beginning of your introduction. Instead, address your specific subject, the editorial, from the outset. Because your audience is assured... wait. You do not have to begin with a hook. Yeah. The first... Oh, wait. So I need to address the specific subject, which is that I think that the paper lacks credibility. Well, I don't want to just have my thesis be that it lacked credibility, because that's only like really addressed in the 3rd paragraph. I want to address things about what are going to kind of be the other paragraphs in that. Okay, in more general terms, the thesis is that it's poorly, the arguments aren't good because it's poorly structured, or the paper isn't argued well because it's poorly structured, manipulative, and lacks credibility for many reasons, I guess. So, how many? So I need to address. How do I address that it's structured well? I can't think of a good opening sentence. So I think this probably should be something I sort of come back to. Okay, your first sentence should then summarize the editorial in 1 or 2 at the most sentences. Identify the author, the title, and the thesis of the editorial. Okay, so I actually have to mention the title, and his name. Sorry, you'll concern yourself with the main point only. It should not attempt to include all the author's observations about her subject. Also, summary must be written in your own words. Yeah. Once you introduce the subject, you should begin to move towards your thesis. So how do I summarize? I'm summarizing this in like 1 to 2 sentences. Well, like puzzle pieces. I gotta fit together, right? I don't know. Well, hold on 1 second. Gonna take a break real quick. I'll be right back momentarily. All right. Yeah, this, and this. All right, I'll be back in a moment. Wow. Okay, I'm back, but I'm gonna have to take a longer break than I initially thought. So we're gonna end things off. We're gonna end the stream, I think. Unfortunately, for now, didn't get this done. But we did some planning that was good, and then we'll pick it back up next time I'm able to stream. Well, I don't know. Maybe do some work on my own. We'll see. I'll figure stuff out with this. But anyways, now there's 4 people here. Well, okay. Well, I mean, those 4 people will be continuing this at some point. Look forward to this. Cool Unity game thing we're building with AI, pathfinding stuff. It's all really complicated, but like really, really good on performance. So that there is that stuff. Oh, I want this up here and this over here. So yeah, that's that. But I'll be getting back to this at some point. That unfortunately is not right now. But anyways, I'll wrap things up for today, and then I gotta finish this essay, and then I'll finish this at some point. But whoops, minimize the wrong thing. Okay. And where was that over there? That was this. Okay. Anywho, well, I guess we'll wrap things up now, and then yeah, as I just said, I'll continue this another time. So anyways, I think that'll do it for this live stream. If you liked it, look forward for more. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you around. Maybe, like, I don't know when, the next time I'll stream again will be tomorrow, but I don't know how, maybe early tomorrow, or we'll see, I don't know. It'll be up in the air, but definitely it's a large portion of this weekend, so look forward for that. But anyways, I'll see you around.